It's gonna be Commodore Smythe versus the world.
Happens once, happens once a deployment. Do you remember we had about 50 privateers on the PLU dock
Yeah.
2 deployments ago? Try and defuse that. That was interesting. I think it worked though.
The initial rendition of the PLU was very interesting. Just the whole section of the Navy Island was always interesting.
Do you guys need one more? I was kind of hovering to wait for the secretary, but I think she might be really busy.
Well, I think we've got space, so if you're not doing anything else, you wish to come along.
Okay. Where is this? Where I can put my stuff, or is it somewhere else?
Yeah. No,
Here,
pop it
okay.
up in there and.
I added a line
there
just
will be
saying where we're
standing
going.
Oh, perfect. I'll just pop mine on.
Oh, you making the trip with us?
No, we need a CO. And I was like,
Sorry?
clarified.
Yeah,
I wasn't sure if you were making it not. Perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I'll come along for this. It's fine. This will be diplomacy with a, what's the word? A focus, I suppose. Right, is this everybody?
Miss
the
Popplestone, she's
There's the one
signing
more.
out. And out on the sheet.
Oh yeah, though. Shoot, I forgot the sheet.
So, Wade, your bosun, I assume?
I can helm, or I guess bosun. If I might need to go get some more
Well,
hammers on
unless
there too.
Unless we got another bosun, train bosun.
Not me.
Okay, looks like your bosun.
I have a what you call it? I forgot what it's
I
called.
miss all. I
Where
miss
it
all
makes
fast.
you want to bust really fast and stuff.
Oh, that thing.
You can
Like a fiend?
You can repair like a fiend.
Yeah,
Repair like a
exactly.
fiend,
Yeah, yeah, that thing.
That's it. Probably won't need it. So
Yeah, probably.
Oh no, I meant bosun too much. Hopefully we'll just get straight down. So I don't know, Wade, if you want to take the helm, and then I'll take over if need be. You can just go bosun after that.
Oh, no problem.
No, you want to kind of get your experience up on the helm, so that's fine. Any questions from anybody? In regards
Sure,
to
I'll
what we're
have
doing?
some later, but
So ultimately, we have a prisoner here belonging to one privateer group who caused a crime against another. So it's going down to hopefully diffuse a potential very large rift between two privateers. So really, conscious of what's going on around you, don't wander off and such. They are privateers. I'm not expecting them to be hostile. They will be disgruntled, of course, but we're just there to listen to what they say. Weathers, I know you take notes, but do you mind taking notes for this?
I can. Yep.
I know.
Get a report up afterwards.
If that's okay. And then if anyone else just keeps any mental notes, just in case Weathers misses something.
This one is really good at taking notes.
Yeah, she's Captain Harris's house steward and being trained as a new possible clerk in operations for Secretary Kalani.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Obviously, the last thing is obviously everything you hear, see, etc., is to not go out with this circle, and unless otherwise instructed, you forget everything that's been said. Okay. It's very sensitive, and we don't want people misunderstanding or mishearing potential conversations. Okay. Any questions on that?
sir.
Perfect. Right.
Have fun.
Well, let's go. Let's probably say about an hour and a half. If we're not back in an hour and a half. Give it half an hour after that. And if we're still not back, send a ship in our direction.
All right. I'll make sure somebody's aware.
Okay.
And Weathers, when you
Perfect.
get back, can you make sure Wade gets a key to cold storage now that he's one of our seniors?
Sure.
Yes, Commodore, you can give Wade extra work. He did a really good job doing the review of documents. He even impressed the secretaries with it. So we bumped him up to senior, so he gets more responsibility of having to actually read the stuff and figure it out now. Lucky you, Wade. Huzzah.
Yay!
Am I clear? You're giving me way more paperwork?
Yes,
Nice.
Awesome.
exactly what you heard.
Also, Master
let's
Lagerson,
go.
I was trying to talk this one into being a clerk because her reports are absolute fire. They're so good.
Oh, I believe it.
No.
Don't
I'd
talk
like
me
to
up too
steal
much
her.
now. I do too much pressure.
But Kalani might try and shoot me. We do also have the doctor, though, who's going to come down here and start helping her. McConnor is going to be one of our new juniors. He's going to be, when he's not down at the hospital, over here helping us out.
That's what I thought too. I was like,
I've already started training him. However, bells keep ringing every time I'm training him.
Sounds about right.
Yep. Welcome to the headache.
Yep.
Right. Okay.
All right.
Let's get out of here. and
Good
get
evening,
this,
Lagerson.
Safe trip, all, and I'll go make
Ship
sure
in the
somebody
water.
knows the timing for you all.
Yeah.
Nice, safe sails.
Perfect. Thank you.
thank you.
To the
country.
coalition, I'm gonna take the shortcut.
Country.
King country.
Yeah, the walls are probably faster. But I'll hop over some of the
Weathers,
door.
you guys just gonna take? Are you just gonna head straight east to get there quickly, or are you heading across the central? Do you think?
Probably straight east because we don't want to go through A3.
Yep. Catamount. Well, yeah. If you cut up at the upper corner of Echo 2 down into Delta 3, you'll be fine. Just keep in mind, right now,
right?
there's a certain group that
Grab
if
it
it's
and just stab
they're
it
trying
for
to meet
no
up
reason
over at
whatsoever.
Ooh, they're going to be coming right up
Yeah.
back. They're going to be
Yeah.
coming through there to meet up with them.
Yeah, they like
So
to
that's
just
what
sit
I
the
was asking.
grid.
C3 is still the safest if you take south of the island, because Fordham's hunting path takes them through that northeast corner, coming down to Delta 3. If you stay more towards the southern half, you'll see them long before they can get anywhere near you.
If they're running anything other than
Uh,
something close, they're not going to catch.
Yeah,
No.
exactly. But yeah, that's
Well,
what
should
we've
be
been
fine
seeing
in-
from the reports and all that.
Is there something I
should be
can
fine in
repair my
this,
gear before we leave?
yeah.
Yeah,
In the,
inside
barn,
there's in the
back.
barn on the far right table in the back wall is a smithy.
Thank you.
Full.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Alrighty, I'm gonna go give them a quick update. Make sure y'all get signed out and all that good stuff. Don't break things.
Yeah,
Have
perfect.
fun.
Thank you.
Tell
Appreciate
Scamper
it.
Bay I said hello. I love those guys. They're
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're actually super nice. I understand their frustration with what happened. I'd be pretty pissed too if somebody tried to murder.
No,
Good, all good. What's that?
I wasn't supposed
Oh.
to be until later.
We could definitely use some more.
There's some in the paperwork office.
what armaments we got in here? Is it
Oh,
all
no,
bar
that's
shots,
fine.
is it?
It should be all bar. Double check it.
There's 245 bar from
yep.
what I remember.
That's exactly what it is.
Okay. Repair kits, how many we got?
50 repair kits.
Is that enough?
It's about half of what they're carrying on Briggs. So, well, a little less than half.
Yeah, I don't know how they repair on our bosun, so
I think it's War Briggs are running about 1 to 150.
I'm not sure how
Seems
squishy
pretty
this
light,
is.
so we shouldn't have any problems outrunning any.
Yeah, this thing
I
is
found
this
everything
is fast.
except for a smithy in the barn.
So it's not a simple smithy. I'll
This
show you.
is-
Yeah, it's a full.
Oh.
All the way to the far right. This table is a full smithy.
Oh, that's what the. Oh, my bad. I'm
Yep.
sorry.
discreetness is topic of the day for this.
I grabbed some full meals for us.
Oh, perfect. Is this everybody,
Oh
is
my
it?
gosh, that's so smart.
Are we missing anyone?
No, we're waiting for the warden.
I wasn't
the
sure if he
warden's
decided
not
to come along. Yeah.
Oh, the
Alright.
warden's not coming?
No,
Oh,
I told
sorry, I
him
didn't
to,
mean-
to stay in
Shoot.
case he waits.
I was trying to drink water, sorry.
Okay. I know he was working on his decision.
Yeah. No, that's fine.
Bobby.
It's just in case the prisoner waits, he'll be here
It's
to make a
right
decision
by the
on
water.
whether to move it or not move.
Alright.
Okay, Wade, off we go. And say if it
Aye.
comes to it, I'll take over and then you can go bosun.
Okay, I'm gonna go read.
There's a nice meeting room. They can
reports.
have a nice comfy seat there.
No, I forgot my pocket chair.
Well, there's a room full of
No.
chairs.
I was about to ask if you had a couch.
Ooh!
We have a nice
Chairs.
meeting room.
We have a nice comfy water
Oh,
barrel.
it's actually really nice. Okay.
Sailor, straight and true.
So what was everyone up to before they get commandeered to do this? Anything? Been quite quiet on the island today.
I was trying to talk to Secretary Kalani about possibly testing the waters and working in ops.
Ah.
And then we got pulled over here, so now I'm helping here.
You could definitely use the help.
Yeah.
Blue got me, and then NID got Poundsworth.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they stole you from us in the first place, so...
Yes, something
we're
big
taking
actually
back our
happened.
property.
Honestly, I guess this is a good introduction to ops, because
Aye.
you're just getting pulled in 8 different directions.
Not wrong. So yeah, you know the whole thing with Jim Bob. Actually, that's
Go from
Foguson
the
was looking for that
very
report that you
quickly.
got from Scamper Bay
Yeah.
when they stepped on the
You know what,
docks,
since you're
and
here, did you have 104?
it was in the blue shelf. I found it. I woke up last night, found it, threw it at Lokerson's face.
Okay, 'cause we were looking for it.
It was in
Blue
there.
shelf? I couldn't find 104. I was looking
Yeah.
for 104 for about half an hour. It's like,
Yeah, it was like the
Yeah.
fourth book in there in the from the 28th.
Shimma,
Pretty sure-
shimma!
It
I couldn't find it at all. Lieutenant couldn't find it
Clench.
either.
did it get deleted? Because I didn't get a chance to read reports. That's actually what I was in the middle of before I got interrupted by this. I literally was waking up, was going to go. There was like 2 reports. One had to be done, and one had to be summarized, or they both had to be summarized. And I was on my way to do that, and Red Dawn showed up on our docks and decided what Jim Bob did was too
Oh, but
much.
yourself, were you up to anything?
They threw him out of the company. They
I'm
put him
gonna
in their
look at the
prison,
stars real quick,
and they've
Concourse,
dropped
so
him off.
we
He's
can
currently
get
sitting in the blue prison because both Red Dawn and
Sailing with no
Scamper Bay
hands.
agree that he needs to hang.
Oh,
I'm gonna be in my head real quick for some brain food.
Step
Yeah,
downstairs.
Gonna say if anyone needs to do that, take the opportunity.
So
in
now
the
he's
next 10
in
minutes,
lockup pending.
make it a little bit, difficult to-
He still needs to write to the admins to say, hey, he's okay with hanging.
Exactly.
Because killing off a character, you know, that's a really big
Going
thing.
on, They're,
And so we're going off to.
Scamper Bay is D3, Vazia, South Bay,
Northeast Isle.
Vazia's northeast.
So we're going here to observe this meeting that's happening with all the privateers.
Alright.
Man, where the hell are all the stars?
Because
Thank you.
Red Dawn,
They're going to bed.
yeah, they
The sun's
didn't.
coming up.
I get the point of view. They don't want, hey, you're gonna hang someone that you fought alongside, and push back the threat of pirates and stuff like that. It's I guess I get the point of view on that. Whoever thought of this, because technically we have no input on this because this happened on Scamper Bay's Island,
15 knots.
and even on the seas, Red for Red, we don't do anything. But we've been asked to we're going to this meeting as observers.
Take the trade wind.
That's they've expressed that they do want it. Like I said, though, they have to send that that thing to. They say that the last will and testament to London to say yes, I'm okay with this.
Weathers, as you're kind of more familiar, we'll see how the conversation starts. I'll carry on, but what I may do is put you in the lead. Okay.
I understand.
No, you're more than capable, but I don't want to be kind of umming and ahhing and kind of
yeah.
Because obviously he was there for the full conversations and such. So
yeah,
I
have.
I understand the picture, but it's a very high-level overview, which may not encompass everything. So
I have an idea of a way to approach this. This is tentative, of course. My point of view is purely based on things are going to progress the way I think they're going to progress. And I will go with that.
You know what made it worse? Is when we went over there immediately after reported it. And 2 black sails, as we were getting ready to leave, showed up outside their port. Scamper went to fight them, and in combat with them, Siren's Call had a little sloop that they were just chain shotting, and then Red Dawn showed up in a brigantine. So Siren popped out.
Siren. I always get them backwards. I always get these two backwards.
They ended
Bars,
up
okay,
shimmering
yeah, Bars
because
is
they were
Scamper.
fighting Scamper for a while. It was Fordham and them. And shortly after, they
yeah, I wasn't sure.
into
I was gonna poke you if the Commodore had to go to bed. If Smythe, I know he's running late. So if he had to go, I was gonna suggest him. Hey, maybe we should knock on Lieutenant's door.
Ended up getting sunk, and that's when all the captives came. So
because I know you guys were dealing with the other stuff the other night, so you got
that
trapped.
situation. I know Red Dawn was extremely bad about it, and because we were there with Lieutenant Hightower, Rosalie, Master Instructor, so it was it was rough, and Warden Turner was there as well, so they're already going to be mad about that.
Yeah, we're not there to babysit them. We should be grown adults to be able to sort out the differences themselves. We're not going to get the Navy pulled into any of their tit for tat. Really, all we're going to be going there as far as actually to listen to them and to listen to any demands that they may have. As I said to the Secretary, it's very unlikely that we'll ever hand the prisoner back over to them.
No.
For
Definitely something we won't do.
Dispatching.
It's just bad blood doing that. I can't explain it any other way.
Authorize that for his Navy. So I'll be surprised if they don't ask or demand that to happen. If they do, we'll just take it back as a request and maybe proven wrong. They'll allow it under the circumstances, but it's not our decision to make on that.
Yeah,
So,
I can
yeah,
say it's not. It'd be one of the worst case scenarios for them to once you execute him.
No, but then you have the difficulty of the Navy is handing over.
Yeah.
To be killed by privateers. So.
Yeah, that's what I said. That is a worst case scenario. I don't like it.
Oh right, sorry. I thought you said it wasn't going to.
No, that is a terrible thing to happen.
That's not good for privateers or the Navy.
It's. Sorry, that ship just turned around off our 2 o'clock on that island. I was coming behind the rock right there at the tip of it on the port side of it. It was sailing away, which is why I didn't say anything, but now it's sailing towards us.
Yeah, I see it.
I'll just cut south.
Alright. I might just be a fisher kicking back and forth, but
So far, they have direction. Oh, I think they shimmer.
I lost him too.
Yeah, that.
They must have shipped. That was just weird that I saw them sail past the island, turn around and sail back to.
Yeah.
Got him once.
Even in this wind right here, we're faster than a fully
Yep.
armored brig.
I've said it before. This is one of the fastest ships.
Mm-hmm.
How fast
We
are we
did get
going
it
right
to 12 in this bad wind.
This is, yeah, bad wind.
Need a prison galleon.
Or leave the dock because you can never get enough on it.
I got this to 24 knots on Sunday night.
Well, this one.
Yep, or maybe it was Monday night.
Wow. Okay, that's good to know. Don't think anyone's catching that unless they're in a sloop.
Yeah, maybe a
I
sloop.
don't think a sloop. I think even a sloop will struggle, to be fair. Huh?
Super and Indianman.
No, the Indians are slow. Maybe a
Indians
galleon.
are slow.
Indianmans are faster than galleons.
Really?
Yep.
Lord.
But neither of them turn anyway, so it's quite easy
Ow.
to get away from.
I don't know. Indianman turn actually really nice right now.
Ah.
Anyway, let's not jinx it. We've got a job to do. We want to get down there and get it done. Take
Yeah,
us
I don't
on the
know.
way back.
I don't know what happened to Indianmen now, but they are actually really good at turning. We had that. I think it was a Fordham one that had the 4 borders on the bow, and we couldn't outturn them on a brig. And we couldn't outrun.
I was, yeah. This whole thing, I was trying to head this off before it came to a problem, but
It's pretty crazy.
it advanced faster than I thought it would.
We're
I thought we had
doing
maybe a
15
week.
knots now.
It is getting very, very close to hyperthermia.
I tried to get ahead of this. I really did. I'd even kicked out an idea of having us pull a meeting with all the privateers. Oh, this came out first. Because like they said, we have to treat them like adults. We don't.
Yeah, we'll be
part of
okay in
our-
a minute. We're about to shimmer.
Them as part of our organization, as our pay for performance. Speaking of, I have got to knock on McCracken's head for getting paid.
Brace for shimmer.
Shimmer, shimmer.
Even the seas lie. Okay, I never noticed that before. I always thought the waves told the truth when you came through the shimmers. No, they lied.
Everyone's so quiet. Nervous?
Surprisingly.
You said the Q word.
I say it many times, don't
Time
worry.
for some pirates.
Now we're running right with our ass.
I am the epitome of bad luck when it comes to pirates. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. Have you not met any?
Wait, as in like
Say as many times.
don't meet them or you do? meet them?
No, I don't. Even when I do. Well, maybe once in a deployment. Other than that, it's fine.
You should have give you a card reading.
Oh no.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. We've
No,
learned
when I
that's
give
bad
card
luck on the
readings on
ship.
ships, when I give card readings on ships, I don't bring bad luck. I break the
No.
world.
No,
Yeah,
no,
he
no, no,
breaks the
no,
world.
I
Yeah,
literally
true,
break
true.
the world. I don't want to go to sleep for another 40 minutes to an hour.
God.
I tried to do one for Garbius, and then we went through a shimmer,
Brace for
and he
shimmer?
fell off the ship right before the shimmer.
Rip is hauling ass now. Oh man, now I'm old.
I got yelled at by the captain for doing it, and I thought he was, but he was very serious. And then it
No,
was.
because he knows.
Yeah.
Because I did it twice already and literally broke everything.
Man, I
Alright,
spent
this is a hot zone, so keep your eyes open, please.
nothing actually catch us at a storm like this. We're actually too fast. All right, Commodore, you're going on the next 48. I'm gonna can actually get some sleep.
There you
So-
go.
So I'm gonna do it.
Come on, Weathers, that was a good time.
Sleep is overrated.
At a certain point,
You only
we
live
just
once.
by the end of it, we were just so fed up with it. We just said screw it, and everyone on the ship was gonna board the pirate ship.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Problem was, I think Red Dawn beat us to it, and they had already captured the ship at that point.
Pretty sure we ran into just about every single pirate company out there.
wow.
think we
what the
did.
heck? What kind of
Yeah.
48 was
Jesus.
that?
A 48.
It
This
was
is
Absolutely chaotic one.
It was a 48 where you step on a ship and then step off the ship for the next 8 hours.
yeah. In a 24-hour period, unless I was asleep, I only spent 1 hour on land, and that was helping offload the supply
Oh my
ship.
God. I've never done a 48 before, so I didn't know what it was for the longest time.
It's chaos.
Wow.
Usually. I don't think I know
I
one.
thought it was supposed to be like a little vacation.
Well,
Fuck no.
If you count combat as a vacation time, yeah.
Mm.
or a different port. Other than that, it's,
Oh,
we had good accommodation there.
Oh yeah, no. I think
Oh, that's
was it
nice.
Master Webster? You guys had some tiki huts on the beach, and
Hey, where did you
Oh,
sleep?
yes.
Did you sleep in a bar?
Sounds
I slept in the officers' quarters. Yeah.
Master Webster made a tiki tower.
oh fun.
It's probably still there.
tower? What the fuck?
So, wonder if it's still there. Yeah. It's blown
Dude,
down.
it's
now.
100% still there.
Wow, the wind is not in our favor, huh?
It's storming. It will be.
By the time this ends, it should.
Could say we're riding the storm.
Throw them off the ship.
Merry punny storm.
Ease.
I go. Siren's Call just has theirs as a red, like it just did not translate at all. What's weird is I've never died in this
Alright, who
deployment.
wants to talk to a secretary about this being our ops?
Thought you were good.
He's gonna come with me.
Oh,
Oh, I need...
you know, maybe it'll be good that I come because I can, you know.
Oh, there it goes. I need that down.
Trade a clerk for accreditation.
You know what? I'm in. I'm in.
I still think I should have been grandfathered in for the accreditation for ops.
Yeah, definitely.
Have you asked?
Yeah, and I was told, and I even did like the was it they call it the day one production, but apparently I'm supposed to go back and do the summary, which
Maybe
seems
ask again.
redundant at this point
Yeah, write your reports.
because I was handing in a 20-page summary at the time.
Yeah, that's probably why you got told to do it again. Punishment.
Well,
20-page reports.
Maybe
damn
that's
it.
what it was. Yeah.
who's
This is
even
what you get
doing
for
the?
leaving.
Because it was Poundsworth doing the accreditations. Who's no Master Ming?
I saw.
Townsworth's still voluntarily doing them a little bit, but it's mostly just Master Ming.
And I think Secretary Kalani was doing, well, at least doing a little intro today with somebody.
Ship coming off the island there
I
off the
think
bow.
with tea time.
It looks like that's their port. So
It's their port, but you know.
Just
Just be wary.
I hate that every sail looks black until you get, you know, right up on it. I wish it could be like every
yeah.
sail looks pink until you get right on it. Then it's a little less concerning.
Everybody's pirates.
Glow in the dark.
I'm not joking. Poor bird.
Yeah, well, sun's coming out. Hopefully good omen.
Woohoo!
we want a green flare before going in.
No.
No.
They're supposed to be
Sail
here,
sails,
so.
We'll send it.
Thread the needle.
Yeah, green flare would be more if we weren't sure if anyone was here, but they're supposed to be here.
Didn't they have buoys here?
No, I think
About,
you're thinking
another
Iron
prior
Crow.
to-
Yeah,
Green flare.
Green flare.
Iron Crows.
yeah, Iron Crows is the one with the two
That's
buoys
for us.
right off the because of the
Green
shallows.
flare back?
Yeah, have you got a green flare? So, have you got one?
Yeah, I got one.
I got one.
Gotta put it
Let
on
me
the
try
this
belt.
green.
3,
Oh,
2,
you got it? Okay.
1.
Alright, takes a second. I don't keep them on my belt.
No.
Yeah, same.
Always have them. Always have it stacked, no matter what. But I carry the 3 dice. It's
Yeah,
I
this
know
is our
for a
birth.
damn fact I'd have accidentally set them off like every single time if I had them on my
Yeah,
belt.
yeah, exactly.
Don't trust myself with that.
actually missing my med.
I have
Uh-oh.
3 extras. Would you like
I'll
some?
take one. Yes, please.
Would you like a band-aid as well?
No, I've got those. Medkits don't keep though.
Okay, I have like 2 too many. Do you need any spare bandages?
I definitely don't. I always have some.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello there.
Hello, how are we doing?
Well, and yourself?
Yeah, not too bad.
Great.
Just popping down for a word.
You guys keep showing up so much, we're gonna get you on the red sail soon.
Hey. Do you mind if we
Oh, yeah.
jump off?
Come on.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you very much. Ugh. Right. God,
Take a
wasn't
drink
a bad
of
trip.
water.
How are you doing?
I'm pretty well. I just woke up. But
okay.
haven't heard any fires or anything, so pretty normal day so far. Or I guess
Okay,
abnormal with how it's been.
Abnormal in what way? Sorry.
In that it's nothing going on the second I wake up.
Yeah, no, I get you. And any your leadership around?
Is the leadership?
That would be me and Zara, and then Elmer.
Okay. Have Red Dawn turned up yet?
No, not yet.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, obviously this what's been going on, of course, I would assume. Zara?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do
With
you
the
want to go
pirates
talk?
and everything. Yeah, let me grab Elmer and we can go speak. Maybe down by the harbor house or up on the wall away from. We have guests. We're doing a bit of a get together tonight.
Okay, we won't
So,
keep
but
you
we
for
can
too long.
go. No. We can go speak. I'll just go to Elmer, and you want to take them over there. I'll meet you, Aaron.
Yeah, Grim, you
Thank
can
you.
come too. Should be
Yeah,
fine.
just away from. Yeah.
Okay.
No, Red Dawn maybe, or should be turning up as well. At some point.
Yeah, that's what I had heard. Is all of the red sails are coming together tonight, or at least the ones that go out sailing. I know there's one that we don't know about, but they do mostly.
Yeah.
Something else.
Yep.
Well, they do a good job of it if you don't know who they are. I'll say that much.
They got mentioned to us that there was another. We're like, oh, we had no idea.
Well, is it here, or should we stand up here?
Here's fine. There's not really much else down here. Can stand next to our flagship, the Ratsinante.
As long as this lot don't drop their food through the cracks, they start getting upset. Get wet dinners.
How have things been with y'all?
Steady, I suppose. Well, for the PLU anyway. Let's see, 48 went well, by all accounts. General Navy, I think it's been going well. Overall, so...
Yeah.
Don't think, no complaints.
Good.
Yeah, everyone's quite
I heard that
tired from 48.
The pirates had a 48 too, and we met that a little headstrong.
Silly pirates.
did they have
Picked
to
wrong
have it?
weekend.
Over the weekend, they were in
the same weekend.
Yeah, they were in A3.
Always confused me.
Yeah, we
why
found
they,
that out the rather hard
decided
way.
that.
Oh God.
Didn't estimate, but
I couldn't find Elmer, but we can always fill him in.
Okay.
Aye.
So obviously this is a situation we're here is in regards specifically to the incident with the Red Dawn member attack on yourselves.
Aye.
So I wasn't privy to all the conversation. I was actually on a training with the rest of the Navy, only caught the tail end of it. So Master's Mate Weathers, do you just want to explain kind of what was told to you? Just
Sure.
Obviously what we're here for is to, as a PLU, obviously with privateers and 2 privateers, also want to speak with you and let you know what we've heard, and obviously then have a conversation of where we are at this point and take the next steps forwards, whether we need to be involved or whether it's something you want to sort yourself, etc. We'll go off that conversation afterwards. So I don't know whether do you just want to kind of just give a brief outlook on what's happened up to now, and then we'll let the company follow up after that.
all right. Starting from the top, you have submitted reports to us as well as both verbal and written reports about the Red Dawn member Jim Bob. A couple nights ago, he went above and beyond what he'd done previously, attacking members of your crew. As of that evening, Red Dawn has removed him from their company, and as of this evening, they have delivered him to the holding for the Navy at the moment. Red Dawn has stated, and I believe this is where I wanted a little bit of clarification, but I believe Red Dawn has understood that he has gone well beyond control in that regards of what he has done, and are seeking us to end his time on these seas. They believe that you're in agreement with that. The disagreement is in regards to this event did occur on your docks, and therefore it falls on your island. This is where I somewhat agree with Red Dawn in regards to releasing him to our custody, is that I do not believe we need on these islands Red executing Red when you have fought beside these individuals to push back the pirates that threaten us every day. I believe that you may be able to find an agreement this evening with Red Dawn in regards to allowing for not a peaceful solution between each other's companies, but that you both do expect Jim Bob to no longer be with us.
Well, we haven't spoken. I haven't personally. I've been a little ill the last few days. But Red Dawn since us initially speaking about what would happen or potentially happen, and I had many thoughts around all of these. I think that any man should be able to speak his piece before any judgment is, a final judgment is made. I don't know. Aaron, what do you think?
I can add that from what I understand, speaking to Spout of Red Dawn, and you'll be able to confirm it this evening, Jim Bob has made his peace, and that it's just finalized with London in regards to his last will and testament.
All right, I see.
And Red Dawn is the reason we were even here. Was Red Dawn had requested us to be observers, just so that anything spoken and no what's the word? No letter game.
Is this Red Dawn?
This is probably Red Dawn.
This is Red Dawn and Iron Crow, both of them.
And Iron Crow.
Good thing I can't read.
So yeah, that's why we're here, just so that no miscommunications, that everybody's on the same page.
Okay.
Okay.
Potential intermediary,
Yep.
if you will. We're not here to cast judgment or give opinion. It's just here to understand what's going on, answer any questions, and ensure everyone's on an understanding. And if need be, take any information back of any specific requests to the Admiralty for
all right.
discussion and kind of decision.
Everybody
on
can
whatever
disembark.
it may be.
Okay. I think that personally, I think that's fine and well. We also have Siren's Call here. They're just not at this particular spot. So if we're hoping to do
Hey, how's it
a
going?
bit of a group conversation, then I would like us to move us to their meeting hall.
Oh, watch
out.
out.
Watch out, watch
God
out.
damn it.
Oh God!
Ooh.
Behave yourselves.
It's alright.
Oh my goodness.
It's like I've got
We tried
thick,
putting them
wrinkly
all,
skin.
but there's a lot of this. Everyone
Aye.
okay?
Yes, what
Maybe it's here.
things happen.
Okay.
We've got everyone
so-
here.
We need to
Yeah,
talk.
so there's a lot of people here. So let's go with your lead. Take us to wherever you want to go to. If you want to 5 minutes just with the leads of each company with us, just have a couple of minutes discussion in regards to what this is going to entail, then we'll just continue on with everybody involved, and then
Aye.
trying to get it done efficiently for everybody. I'm sure you've got lots of things you want to do rather than stand around.
Aye.
So
Well, if everyone wants to come in, we do have a tavern. There's food and drink. And then when we're ready, we can move into our meeting hall. Alright?
perfect.
No, it
That
sounds
sounds good.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay, this way.
This has got to be this has got to be close to the most amount of people that not just all Navy at the same time,
How are you?
not fighting each other on the
Good,
seas.
how are you?
But I've been president of the entire deployment.
But I'm doing alright.
Oh, heck yeah. Same.
Yeah. You found your whatever Scottish love.
No.
I hate that I stutter the word, or
I
not
think
so much
someone
stutter, but draw
quiet.
my words out a little bit like that because I'm trying to choose the right words without saying
I've heard that before.
explicit or
Yeah.
And
heavily.
hi.
You never know. Things change. Just like the sea. The tides come, the tides.
Tides swallow you up forever. Yeah.
Yeah, could happen. But you just gotta learn to swim.
True. Just keep swimming, right?
I also never explicitly said. Well, I guess I get last will and testament, but that's a London thing, and they'll make their decision and whether it can be shipped off to London permanently. That has happened before, or
So it's social hour
actually,
right now.
Alright, social hour for a little bit.
This is the time where
Bonding time.
everybody measures
What if you don't have one to measure? What do we use? Well, I have
Alright,
the sword.
this is our
You can
good
see the ball
Feel
hanging
free
out
to
of the
come
bottom
on
of
in.
your
Come
shorts.
on in.
Should I? I'm not sure. Kind of.
I got something we can use, but it's only 2 inches.
Yeah,
in
don't
the
be
Used
shy.
you.
Don't.
Jeez.
We could talk about your next date ideas, perhaps.
Right.
No, the conversation will be in the meeting hall. I'm just letting everybody sort of get comfortable for a little bit before we move into
done.
I love your friend on your shoulder.
Who would have thought?
I know
that. It looks just
Well,
like
what?
He doesn't know how to.
perfect image.
I haven't seen this finished.
Something said.
Very nice.
I think you said
Hey,
something.
Ruben,
What did you
we're
say?
over here.
Oh, no, I didn't see anything. Did I see something?
I like your glasses.
I'm on my 5th one.
I'm having trouble seeing after the
Yeah,
brain
you need
damage.
some glasses,
Alright.
don't you?
If you mind.
Yeah.
this is the brain damage. The thing is, we are cursed forever to live with that.
So when
Hi,
I
Ruben,
say
this
I
way.
have to have this on.
Where is Elmer?
Yeah, see, that's kind of what the issue is. I'm having. Yes, yeah.
Somewhere
Hey,
that
There's
way.
Jackson.
I even have a seeing eye
Jackson
dog
and
that
Ian.
stands beside me while I'm
Oh, is
sailing.
this where we're going? This way?
Is Jackson over here?
Yes, it is.
What's up?
Jackson's like
Hi.
everyone.
Okay, yeah, all the leadership are having a meeting.
Oh, okay.
Where's Aragon?
I don't know.
That's a good question.
What did you say?
She has went that way. I mean,
I'm not sure if she ran off to have a private conversation with.
I think
Some
I
others
think she was
or-
filling Captain Elmer in. Showed up,
Sorry.
laid out on the
Yeah,
docks.
can you go and find out?
I think this is where we're having the meeting right here.
I would hope so.
Just have
okay.
get the ball rolling. So.
I mean, it's a big giant.
Guess we
meeting
can all
time
take
for
a
us,
seat. Yeah.
Oh, I like this building.
Appears to be their meeting hall.
This is pretty. That's an amazing meeting hall.
I'll sit over here with you,
windows.
Ruben.
You're more than welcome to mingle if you wish.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hide behind this giant
sitting.
stack of gold
Okay.
bars.
We'll have a quick 5 minutes just with the leadership.
That
Just
is
to
a
make sure we got a
quite
plan.
nice-
Wait, is Siren's call here?
Okay.
Take ages.
Could be.
Yes, I
Siren
thought they were
calls here.
Have a mingle. around.
Nice to meet you. I've never spoken with you guys.
Yes, it's finally nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Yeah.
I'm Captain
Unfortunately,
Frost
ours
of
are
the
I think
Iron
on
Crows.
opposite time schedules.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Do you need me to do, sir?
More. All right.
I'm sorry. Who'd you say you were?
Yeah.
Take your
Nick.
There you go.
Are you ready to fight him here? My name's Captain Frost of the Iron Crows.
Are you ready just for a quick 2
And
minutes?
I'm Nicholas Bradshaw,
Sure.
Executive Officer, Red Dawn.
I'm Ruben Spot.
Sorry.
I'm also with Red Dawn.
Mr. Weathers.
Commanding
Jackson
Officer.
Ironbrook, owner of the Iron Crows.
Wade, and
Let me grab my
Nice to meet
men.
you.
They were
I'm
just
Cole.
my couple of my
That's Captain
leaders.
Jake over there.
Unless you want
This
to
is
speak
Red
outside
Dawn.
of the summit.
no, just somewhere we can just have a 2 minutes just so we know what's been discussed. So
Alright,
can keep
just
it on
here,
a,
just here.
on an itinerary. otherwise
All
it's
of these
gonna
can
take-
hear.
Yeah, that's fine. Is this all the companies?
No.
This is
This
all
is
the
yours.
companies, yes. That we
This is all
know.
the companies.
Oh no, this is just my company.
No, this is
Everyone
just
else-
us.
Yeah,
you
I
just
think
ask the
everyone else is
leadership-
already.
Yeah, I'll go find Red Dawn and
Spot
just-
was in the
just,
meeting hall area.
Immediate leadership.
Sorry, we're all trying to make sure we're in agreement on the
No,
first
it's
information you
understandable.
brought us.
Yeah, absolutely. There may be at the end of it things unanswered, which is fine.
Aye.
You can always follow that up tomorrow
Aye.
at the Navy, or we can arrange to come back, etc. So with a lot of voices, a lot of opinions, it can escalate very quickly into something where even leadership don't want to go. So been here before, other deployments, and it's just keeping everyone on the same page on the leadership. And there is an expectation for the leadership to keep your crews under control if it does get a bit heated for whatever reason. So
Aye.
none of us are here for that. We're all here for the same cause. Things do happen, of course, and there may be other things that we as a PLU are unaware of as well. So,
Miss Zara?
Tell them if they keep showing up to our port, we're putting them on the red sails.
All right, okay.
This should be everybody.
So, yeah, okay, so we'll keep this quick. Obviously, we were invited down here by Red Dawn for a situation that has occurred over the last few hours. That's kind of our main point of interest down here. So I get the impression there's maybe other things going on that you may want us to be part of or not part of, although I would question what's going on if you don't want us to be part of that. I may be speaking cryptically, but this is where we find ourselves at the moment, so this is a good opportunity for all the privateers to speak to PLU directly, which is obviously the forward face of His Majesty the King. So use this time as you see fit on that side, but predominantly and primarily it's a situation between Red Dawn and Scamper Bay and the person that we have in custody. Now, if you want to address that in front of everybody, that's fine. If you want to address that separately, that's fine as well. How do Red Dawn and Scamper Bay want to address that situation?
I mean, I don't mind doing it just right here. I've already spoke with my commander here and some of our captains, and honestly, if they've taken them to you and of that sort, then we're fine with that, with the Navy handling it.
Yeah, that's what we did.
Aye. We don't have no issue with that.
Okay.
And I did inform them that that this is your show, to pretty much ask for permission to join this. That was the only reason why they were here, was just to clear up anything in regards to that situation. Other than that, I guess this is their time now. If you do want them to stay, I mean, no one's going to stop you. And yeah, that's just pretty much it. Just to reaffirm the path that I took with the individual I'm sure you're aware of.
I know, yeah, of course. I see no issue with that. I don't believe any of my captains or leadership have issues thus far.
None from me.
None for me.
Okay, so on that, yep, sorry.
I'll accept it as done. I appreciate you guys holding up your end of the deal with that.
Aye.
Trust me, it was something that I wanted to do. I wanted to bring him here, but cooler heads prevailed, and it could have been a situation where it could hinder our cooperation with the Navy. So what we did was, appropriate in the long run. Short run, yes. I mean, yeah, I'm just glad it happened later than sooner, because I mean, if we got out, then that's both of our asses.
Aye, it's not a good look.
No.
Okay, so that seems to be amicable, which is appreciated and welcomed. Yeah, understand you're having a separate meeting. Did you want any representation here from the Navy for any questions? Or do you want us to depart? It's up to you. You have the time.
No.
Just stand
sort
back
of your
and
show,
wait for any questions.
Ruben?
No, I mean, there could be questions to come up. And I mean, we are closer to the Navy Island. We could always bring those questions there, but then again, distribute them.
Easier.
No, that's from island to island. Yeah, it could be. This is all up to you.
I think having the PLU here would be advantageous.
I don't see issue with the blue being here.
Okay, so what we'll do, we'll just stand back to the side. We'll have
That went a whole lot better than I expected.
About an hour before we depart. And obviously we can carry on conversations after that. So obviously if you want us to leave before that, that's fine. We're invited
Alright.
by you, so we'll stay until we're not required anymore. We'll answer where we can.
Why do you feel like you need to be kicked out or something? You feel like I don't know. You keep saying you're like, well, we can go. We don't have to stay. We can go.
It stems from
Something tells me they don't want to be here.
we weren't aware of the meeting, and we were invited by one of your captains, and we weren't sure if the rest of them were interested in us having us here either at the same time.
And stay. There's a whole bunch of people here. We're all drinking. We're having a good time. Stay for the fucking meeting. Come on.
All right.
Yes, get off the
Well,
island.
we can stay. We can stay. Unfortunately, I do have nightmares, which is obviously which is the main reason for unfortunately having to push the time. But also, yeah, we like to give you your space as well.
So what he's saying is, it's him, not us.
It's that cliche, unfortunately. No, it's not you. It's me, and I just
I've heard
don't
that so
feel it's
many
going to work
times.
for much longer than an hour. So.
Alright, that's fair. Well, then we can get the thoughts of, we can get moving on. My thoughts were, we do have a large table. We can have, your leadership representation from each company, any higher ups just to fill the table. The rest can fill benches or stand behind. We urge everyone to, while all voices want to be heard, to make sure that we have those main voices be our leadership, so we're not all yelling over each other. All in agreement?
No.
Sounds good.
Plan.
Okay. All right. Well, if that is good to me and good to all of you, then we could head into the hall.
All right. Sounds
And
good.
yeah.
Yeah, we do need to
Thank you
speak
much.
briefly with you afterwards, Commodore Smythe.
Yeah.
Also,
certainly.
look, Blue, look at my beautiful building I have set up for a 48 hour.
Right, Nova?
Oh yeah, let me open it real quick.
You guys are getting a 48 hour?
Well, I don't know,
Yes, I
but
can
take a
look, I
peek if
have
you want.
made it, in hopes that maybe it'll happen. I made it really big.
Woo and
but-
Appreciative.
for
Oh,
him
yeah.
to be at your port every
I even made a
second of the
little
day for the next 48
kitchen.
hours.
We got some books.
They already are.
you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You
Made-
left
made-
out
made it
like
real nice.
the other 6 pirate
Very nice.
companies in that.
I finished it like the
they're
weekend
They're
right
not
before
real.
the other 48 hour, but it was just bad timing.
No, they don't exist.
Oh,
The
Have to
only
do a
two
mini
pirates I
48.
fight tend to be ooh.
There's so many people down here. Maybe better just send one brig.
Yeah,
too.
maybe. It would be a little rough. The last one was rough.
Oh no,
Or
they
swoop
said
on
Frost is banned from all these
Swoop
things.
on a brigantine or something.
Go on, bye.
All right.
We need
bye.
to send Reed and Flemington opposite hours.
No, can I have Huntington? Ah, wonderful.
Huntington too. What?
Yeah, another.
Can we get Duncan?
Let me go get Toombs and Nikolai real quick. They can kind of stand off.
I'm right here.
Oh, where's
Alright.
Toombs?
He's over there
Gonna
also
get
carousing.
the-
Okay, let me go get Toombs.
So they can come
They
on
won't let the
observe,
crew
actually.
know they can come.
Just
Yeah,
tell
you can
them
get all
to,
the crew.
Be hush.
Did they? What?
Yeah, I
did
get
they-
everyone.
They're already doing that.
Have a seat, Commodore.
Look at them. The
Someone
David.
in
They're coming.
order in there.
I'll keep notes.
Try not to be screaming
I
over
believe
each
Ivan's
other.
already on that.
I have to be serious. I can't talk shit.
Wonderful.
Seat.
Yeah, Renee, just be serious. Do you want
No
to
one
be
say
power?
anything
whatnot.
stupid.
All right, let's keep the conversations with the
promises.
leadership for this meeting. That's why there's nobody over talking.
Loud noises.
Like him.
I like blame.
He has loud noises.
I love them.
No, I love blame.
What the fuck?
Oh, you guys
Is there a
got
Finch in here? Before we get going, do we have a few people on the walls looking out and whatnot?
I heard. I got it.
If you say anything, come run, because we can't see flares, because there's a roof on this thing.
Ivan, do you want to have Ian have a couple people go up there as well?
I think.
Or if we can get a couple of people from the Iron Crows and
If we don't already
Red Dawn,
have. Just a
you
couple.
keep an eye out on the walls. One
to
or two.
avoid me interrupting, I will go to the wall and murder anybody that
Good boy, Renee.
Thank you, Dumas.
Wall watcher, you want to be in the meeting?
Oh my god, that's a lot
I'll
of
be at
us.
the meeting. I just got done doing wall
Okay,
wash,
okay.
so
Aye.
wasn't nothing out there.
These voices are too much. You need me watching out for anything, anybody, anywhere?
Yeah, just
can
like
you
2
all
people. You
watch?
can trade out. Yeah.
Yeah, because I want to know what's going on, but I can't do this many voices. It just hurts.
Alright.
If you want to, watch the wall for me.
I can do that.
I mean, if I go do that. Thank you.
You're checking me. Left ear.
Welcome.
Do we have Elmer?
I don't see Elmer.
Elmer's back here. Stinky.
Oh.
All right. Well, welcome everybody to my port here. This is Red Dawn that has called everyone, called us this summit, this meeting about the happenings in the waters, the rumbles, the concerns. So I offer the floor to Red Dawn to lay out the thoughts and the information.
You want me to do this, Bradshaw?
Yeah, that's
You guys
fine.
wanna take it?
That's fine. No, Ruben, go for it. Floor's yours.
I don't want to stay on your table here. I am Ruben Spot. I'm the
It's
commander
okay,
of
we
Red
do
Dawn.
it all the time.
All right. I feel like I should maybe do a little.
No, don't dance. No, God's sake.
What the?
Harry, everyone
2
throw
days
coins
ago-
at them.
2 days ago, just north of this port, we had a ship sunk. Off of that, from what we know, it was the company of Fordham and Uwu working together. Upon 7 of our people being captured through all sorts of interrogation, this wasn't by Fordham. It wasn't just by Uwu. This was a conglomeration of all pirate companies. Apparently, they're calling this place or their allegiance as the what's it called?
The family or the foundation? Federation, that was it.
It was an Federation. Yes, it was the Federation. The Federation is currently headquarters at the port of Uwu. While my crew members were interrogated, multiple different company members from different pirate companies came together and questioned everyone there. I didn't ask what the questioning was about, what questions they asked, but it was there. So, as it's hard to be up here and say this and talk to this, and but this needs to come out. We, as a group, everyone here, privateers, right? We ruled these seas for a few weeks. Everything was going great. Individually, these pirates, they're not worth a damn, right? Hardly worth the cannonball. Now with this Federation, this is a whole different story. It seems like the front of it is Uwu, but I can attest here a lot of us has sunk the Uwu ships. We've captured quite a bit of them as prisoners and brought them over to the Navy. It's just not the seas seems like they're going to get bloody here really quick, and it seems like we're the first step. Where they're trying to have what they're trying to accomplish is get rid of the rest. One of the things I want to propose is now, and through when we have the confidence, we all have our crews filled, and we're great at working together, is to practice tandem. We cannot be alone anymore on these seas. Sloops, yes, they're okay, back and forth. But when it comes to a red sail ship sailing, we have to get together, and we can set out patrol times and stuff like that. But we need to work together. From this point forward, the situation is dire, and I hope that this meeting here, we can work on bonds together. Anything that may have happened in the past, anything we've heard, We have to throw that shit out of the water, just away. We're not going to go anywhere fast if we sit here. Yeah, we need all hands on board on this, helping each other. You know, figuring out strats, any kind of information that we can give to each other. We could take it to the Plu. The same sense, they have their own lines, and how long is that going to take for information to get back to us, even if they do give it to us? For a time safety, in time's sake, we just need to get this together. We can have a runner of each company, or I mean, there's 3 companies here in this grid. If we can find a location to maybe do a drop box, a hidden location where only a couple of the members know, drop it off, and we can spread stuff that way in case people are not awake. That's great, but we can also get that information to the Plu as well, anything we find individually. Because thankfully, with the Navy, they give us coins for these reports. But it just feels like better if we also share these reports among others. It sucks to stand here and know what can happen. But if we train for this, if we work together, even the smallest crews, as we band together, we're going to be stronger in numbers. And we can't forget, each other. If the situation is dire on the seas, we're out there in a fight, and there's a ship without resources, without balls, we have to notify the other captain. We can't leave people stranded. Communication is the best. Working together, tandem together, even war games together. With that, we can always war game the Navy as well. We can possibly set up tandem and tandem against Navy ships. We all take constructive criticism and, grow together. Some of the people in Red Dawn are extremely good at sword fighting, boarding, and anti-boarding. You're more than welcome to come over. We'll show you what you know. We'll get on some ships, just do some combat. Other companies have other things to provide. We do have some extremely talented captains who are more than willing to help take advantage of this. We all sail the Red together. The only way we're going to fail if we get picked apart. And I look forward to sailing with everyone and, making new friends out here on the seas. I don't know what else to do, but just dance.
Here.
I'm finished. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
As a start of working together, something we could do to aid is to have resource supply, resupply points at each port for each company, if we are in agreement on something like that, so that if something were to happen and we need to quickly come in wherever we are, we can come in and resupply and leave, instead of having to come all the way back to our home port.
The Red Dawn will make that available. As anyone here at this table is welcome at our port, we will make sure that you guys are safe and taken care of.
Same with Iron Crow. We have one set for the Navy, which you all can use as well. It's very abundantly stocked. And it's
We at
unlocked
Scamper
at
Bay
all
also
times.
have one here that we can make available to everybody.
Yeah, same.
It will mean some hard work from everybody, but I'm sure we will succeed in our efforts and our goals if we all stick together.
I will say with how tricky it is to get into my red cell side, we can set up a thing on the back side of the island if need be.
Interject, before I departed from your island. I actually set a dock on the backside of the island. There's a fishing shack there.
Really? Is it like directly behind where we are?
Yes,
Yeah, it is.
right behind the red cell. Yeah.
Our resupply for Red Dawn is just right inside our seawalls there. there's a flat platform there with a resource chest that we'll make available.
Hey, may I ask a question of the Red Dawn people? In no means do I mean to start hostilities, but by your speech there, you're pretty confident in your crew and your captains and your fighters and such. And you've called other privateers civilians before. Why do you need our help all of a sudden?
I'll tell you this right now. I did not call anyone civilians. Yes, we did have a member of our company at the time who acted on his own and did such things without informing, without any kind of discretion. You know, he just went off. I guess it would be discretion. He went off by himself. This isn't something that we practice in our company. You know, that man is no longer here.
Currently in the custody of the Navy, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that man was a wild flame that we've put out.
I'm just saying.
So
I haven't ran into any of you guys before, all you Red Dawn folks. But the word on the seas is you're very confident people. So I'm confused at why all of a sudden you need help when the last month or two you didn't.
This isn't about us.
No, this is about us all.
This is.
Like,
hang
we
on a
are
second,
very
Bones.
strong,
Hang on a
but
second.
We're
Bones.
stronger together.
Yeah, that's what it is, right? Why the fuck do we need to sit there and just be at our own ports doing our own thing? We'll go out there in tandem and take care of what needs to get done. As shitty as the 48 might have been for a lot of us there at the Iron Crows, but the pirates went there. They weren't messing around with civilians. They weren't stopping trade. You know, they kept coming here, which in my eyes was a great thing.
And some of them got sunk.
That's actually incorrect.
They lost big time.
That's not correct at all, actually.
Yeah, there were several pirate crews holding their own. They call it a pirate party, but it was essentially a 48 in A3. They were stopping and shooting people coming out of Dapper's port, harassing their customers and such like that. So we did find a lot here and sink here, but that's not entirely accurate.
I haven't. Ubu and Fordham, they were sailing from A3 to here to just find fights with us and anybody on the way. Yes, they dealt with those people over there, but they also kept coming here every single hour of the day.
Yeah. As far as I'm aware, I think the Navy was also chased off a couple of times. They were trying to head into the area that we were in to try and resupply and help out and things. And like, I think this Federation is probably a few days earlier than we even knew about it. And it's like, if it's been kind of going on for that long, it's probably no wonder that everybody's been like having their own issues, you know? I know we felt the brunt of it, like a 12-hour stint of just pure combat, which I'm good with. It's fine with me. But like, the main thing is we stopped that from happening to civilians, I think, and we kind of bore the brunt of it. Like with all, as in we, I mean like privateers, Navy took the brunt of it rather than the civilians.
Yeah, and I apologize for my ignorance. I had no idea that was going on over at Dapper's. I didn't receive any information, anything like that with the current situation.
To be honest, we were never able to get out of this grid.
No, we were stuck in that grid basically all day.
Yeah.
Yes, remember, we live in this grid too, and we got out more than once as well.
Yeah, I will say this. They literally sit in front of our port from 7 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. They literally sit in front of my port.
Yeah, there was one moment in that confrontation that like there was literally 4 pirate ships against like a navy and like 2 other red sails. Like it was heavily outnumbered at one point.
I was on those ships.
If I may add something to this, just to circle back to what you said about the Red Dawn, how we were confident. Yes, I'm the first to say that we are confident people, but that should also bring to light some of the seriousness of what we are looking at. To put numbers on a table, you're looking at divided 8 versus 2 at best. That is between Scamper and Sirens and the Crows and Dawn. All 8 of these allied companies. Very much like the idea that together all 4 of us have a bit of more of a fighting chance. And I do not. I would like to think that I'm a humble enough man to say that when the odds are bad, that it is realistic to try and survive along with everybody else. Yes, to look to other people that are going to be very much in the same situation, because do not think that they will just come for the Iron Crows or the Red Dawns, because as soon as we are done, as soon as we are all dead and hung and rotting at the bottom of the sea, put plain and simple, the next 2 targets are going to be Scamper Bay and Sirens. It is a skip and a jump, and after that there is nothing but the Navy to stand in the way of this coalition.
I'll be honest, we've already been a target of things, so don't
Yes, they have.
misunderstand that. We have them in our port most nights. We have these fights with them quite often.
Absolutely. Then why continue to go about it alone? My
Well,
intention is to have it so that we do not have to do this alone, or even allied in small numbers.
I think we
Just
should
to
all
be-
take a moment and just stretch our legs, just
Yep.
briefly.
Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
Have a little.
But they just shift over like a set of chairs, though.
5 steps to the left.
Don't stay in the
Morning.
same spot.
Morning.
This is my chair now.
And put your left foot in and you shake it all about.
What if you don't have a left foot?
Suboptimal.
I gotta stretch out those creaky bones.
He's here.
Sorry, I'm not talking much. I'm literally writing
It's
notes.
all fucked up now.
Shit.
You guys mixed
But
up.
also,
the
we do
writing.
like-
The
I like-
musical
Now we're all
chairs got
intermingled.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's good.
As it should be.
Oh,
Should be working together.
To be said, I also don't mean to insinuate that you all cannot handle yourselves by yourselves, but sure as fuck makes it a lot easier if we don't have to worry about being in this alone, huh?
No, I agree. I think there is currently on the seas the idea that there is a bit of cockiness, and I think that makes people wary. Well,
Hey, to be
Yes.
frank, it sounds like your crew's bit off more than you can chew, and now you're coming for help to drag us into your problems. If I'm being honest, that's what it sounds
Well,
like.
Let me
I
clear
understand
this
that
up.
might not actually be the situation, but you have to understand from our point of view, it looks like that's what
Yeah.
it looks like.
I understand it. I do see that. Right? The words of the many, are affecting the few. Cockiness, it's there. I'm not going to sit there and deny it. I feel that I am a good sword fighter myself. But in the same sense, we come here to help out. If the second we see any kind of pirate activity or even heard it, we were wargaming with Scamper when Iron Crow came over and told us that there was black sails, in D3. Came there. We haven't sunk a single ship over in C2. The pirates keep coming here, so we're going to keep coming here, and we're going to keep fighting. I don't know how you guys feel about me and Red Dawn. But I can guarantee you, everyone in Red Dawn, and especially myself, I may not know you, but I still consider you a friend and an ally, and I will always be there for you. Red Dawn will be there for you. this isn't a one-man show, and I'm not. Again, Nikolai pointed out a great, fact. This Federation has what 4 times the amount of people in it, 4 times the ships. This isn't something where we're coming here to ask for help. We're here to work together as Red Sails and move forward from there. And we all have our own voice. I don't think anyone here will. Nope, I don't see any of the Red Dawn guys here. They're gonna speak negatively. And if that ever happens, if you ever hear of that, you bring that shit to me, and I'll take care of it myself. We're trying to get everyone together on board, and fight the threat that's out. This meeting here is a long time coming. Yes, it should have happened sooner, but now it's urgent. We're more than happy to take a fight.
Add on to that as well, Spot, if you don't mind.
No, go for it.
I think the
You got it on the table though. It's like
The
table's
it's a thing. I'm
yours.
doing it, and
Gotta get on the table.
I feel weird. I feel weird doing it by myself.
Okay, I think it's very clear to see as well with the 48
so close to
hours,
Secretary
not
Kalon.
only were Iron Crow and Red Dawn and the Navy active for at least 12 hours straight, just constant in and out fighting. I know there was activity elsewhere as well, and that is
Actually, the ships
because
were-
the pirates are coordinating whatever they're doing. It is the only way I could see that they can figure out to attack in so many different areas at the same time and keep everyone busy at the same time. Everyone is dealing with them. And if we can deal with it all together and try to figure out a way to combat that sort of situation in the future, it will make the seas a lot safer for all the civilians out there. So that's all I'm going to
I
jump
wish
down at this awkward.
I wish for my captains and the scamper commander to speak for themselves as well, but I do agree with the sentiment of us at the very least, helping one another, sharing information, because that many pirate companies coming together under one, and one leader comes out of that, you know what they're going to try and call themselves. And I'm sure all of us here know exactly where those things end. There will be someone that tries to claim themselves a king or a queen of the pirates. And it never, ever ends well.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, that's
we're,
what I'm afraid of, is like that sort of a situation.
well, we need to start thinking about logistics if this is something that's going to happen going forward. I mean, just purely speaking about fighting is never going to end anything. We need to start thinking about finding their traders, who they're trading with, when they're trading, how many ships they got, when are they sailing around the seas, who are their friends, who do they talk to, all of that stuff, and start hitting them where it hurts, and then go after the small fish. Start taking out the little guys that need help, and then they're going to start folding over. And then soon enough, there won't be 8 companies. There will be 3 companies. There will be 2 companies. There will be 1 company. That's the things I want to hear. We're here talking about this gigantic threat that's upon us, but we got to get things rolling. The ball rolling down the hill.
If you want the ball rolling down the hill, we can look no further than E4 right next to us, or E3. Apologies, E3, the grid next door. There alone, you have 2, not even large, mediocre-sized pirate companies, being that of Von Arlington and the Cannibals. That is, if you want a target, look no further than the grid next door.
Aye, but are they part of this federation? Or are we just
Yes.
going
They
out,
all are.
getting rid of all black sails, saying Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
E3 are both confirmed part of it.
Right? We should just raid their islands and burn it down.
I like that idea.
No?
As much as I want to do that,
Uh,
you got to understand London's going to have an issue with it, as shitty as it sounds. Because trust me, when I had, our guys captured, I just want to get on these tigers that Scamper Base so graciously provided and ride them into battle.
All right, let's not burn it down.
I'm glad I'm here, not on island.
We have to put pressure. Pressure. You got to put pressure upon them, especially the smaller companies. If they can't man a brig or they can only man a schooner or something like that, they're either the pressure is going to be upon them. What are they going to do? Are they going to stay in their port and fire harbor cannons? Are they going to get out there? Are they going to retaliate if we step foot on their walls or something? But we got to put pressure on these guys. We got to make them act. They can't sit there in their port. You know what I mean? And then they're going to be running and talking to mommy and daddy, about what happened and how are we going to get back at them. We can't man enough, start unheaving, making it, not so safe for them. Somewhere to start is what I'm saying.
Exactly, a targeted approach. Like say Iron Dawn and that alliance, they go and attack the cannibals, and say Scamper and Sirens, they go and attack another port. You know what I mean? We kind of a targeted night kind of deal.
I think what we also need to know, and a thought to have, is yes, we are strong and we can fight. Yes. Okay. But there are many things that can be broken apart with whispers. Okay? With rumors, with information. It takes but a seed planted for a tree to grow up and rip apart a building.
I do think that we need to find out when they sail out, and then instead of them meeting us at your guys' ports, because they've never, I think they've came upon ours a few times, but you should be at their ports when they're ready to sail out. That way they can't leave.
I can tell you. I can tell you almost to the minute Fordham's in our guard. 7:30 Eastern.
If they can't get out of their port, they're leaving civilians alone, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we're there. But when they're out in front of your port, you can't protect the civilians because you're too worried about fighting them away from your port. So we need to. I don't know who are in charge of information between everybody. I'm sure every crew has one. But if we can find out when they sail out and we sail it to their sector before and sit in front of their port, then I think that would be the added pressure you were talking about, right?
Yeah, that would be.
That would be much easier to do, especially if we work together. Have two crews deal with them at one point and let them restock, and as soon as they come back out to go again, boom, there's the other next two crews to deal with them, and then you just keep going and repeating over and over again for the rest of the night, every day, for the rest of eternity, until they just decide to give up and turn themselves in because they can't get out of their islands and have no more money.
Attrition.
Exactly.
For the smaller guys.
Attrition of war. Yes. Just do what they've been doing this entire time. They come to our ports, fight us at our ports, and then we have to go back to our ports and restock. And by that time, we're normally too tired to keep going back out. And then they're going to go home, unpack, and get on another ship and go back out and pirate civs. But if we bring it to their ports, then they're the ones going to have to turn tail and run back to their ports while we keep just barraging them with fresh crews throughout the nights.
Is it possible? Is it possible if we can? Is it possible if we can catch them when they're returning home, so that they're low on cannon fire and easier to take out? Or to be easier to catch them inside their
however,
port?
they'd be much faster than most of our ships. They're already pretty damn fast when they're crewed and ready to go. They'd be even faster if They're just
Yes,
trying to get back home.
If they're on their very minimalist ships, they're even faster than our wing, which is it's 17.5 to 18 knot, and they're faster than that.
Aye, but we could also have someone sitting at their port at home and wait, and then have, one of the other red sails chase them into their ports and into a trap.
Yeah, I believe.
that.
I believe currently, every
dependent
time
on
we fight Fordham, instead of sailing home to their port, they sail to Oo's port.
Can we all agree for a second that these pirates need to come up with better names? Ooh, Woo, and
But,
Fordham.
yeah, don't even.
Yes.
Let's go
Agreed.
Don't even get me started.
One of the ships that we sunk
Underwater Union
was the Domi Daddy. I am so glad we sunk that
Yeah,
ship.
trust me.
Oh no.
I'm just saying,
Can
pirates
we
used to be
also
scary.
say that it is absolutely insane that we sunk that fucking ship right outside their harbor and they went and bitched to the crew about it?
Oh yes, that's right.
No.
Why do you
They
expect
red
anything
flagged
else?
us and decided to bitch about it.
I've never
they
heard
do.
of a pirate going to the Navy to bitch about getting sunk by a red sail. And it is the craziest thing that they thought that would be okay.
And I'll add this
Well-
to it. They wanted to execute 7 people because of the sinking of one fucking ship. One
Yes.
ship, they wanted to execute 7.
Seems like they're materialistic pirates.
Speaking of materials,
Fucking wood.
I think intel is really important to gather, and in fact, everyone needs materials, everyone needs resources, everyone needs food. They are getting theirs from
Yes.
somewhere. If they're getting it themselves or they have someone that's supplying them, it might be good to try to figure out if they have a supply chain that could be
Yes, if we can figure that out, cutting them off from that, it would be quite tremendous to do.
Well,
Be very helpful.
What are the Navy's plans as far as, what's their role in this? You guys planning anything big, maybe?
With
Well,
that though, I don't
can't
think
disclose that
anyone's
information,
supplying.
obviously. So
Yeah, that would not be wise.
I'm just hoping.
I know
that
what I
Navy
want to
kinda,
happen, but I need Logan to
sits
write it.
back a little bit and lets the red sails.
We
kinda
had
take
a
over.
discussion
Kinda what
and
you pay us to do, right?
I like his idea.
Stuff
I wanted to
in
read it up.
before you jump in to do any of it.
yeah, I'm sure you found up until this point, the Navy has stood off, and it will do.
Aye.
I guess going back to what's been said with what Red Dawn are proposing and kind of the comebacks with, or why do you need to help now? I guess you could draw similarities between the Navy and the privateers. Navy often is seen as being the unbeatable force of the seas, and obviously that's not always the case. So we can't be.
We had the
everywhere
most
all
everything
at once
last
doing
weekend.
Everything. That's why we pay for your services as Red Sails to do the job that we do and expand our reach to aid the civilians ultimately. That's the goal on behalf of the King. Now, in regards to what you need, the PLU, that's what it's there for, is to liaise between you and High Command Admiralty of the Navy to try and give you what you need. Now, if you came to us with a list of we need X, Y, and Z, can't guarantee it, but we can ask and see if we can supply some of it or all of it. That's down to you to decide that. Now, obviously, you've made the first step to start working together. You are behind. It's very clear that the Black Cells have been working together for longer than you have. And now you're catching on to that. So now you're playing that catch-up game. And what you're saying is correct. You need to do the intelligence, you need to do the research before you can actually go out. There's no point just joining up on a tandem patrol and expect to win. It's not going to happen. Many times Navy ships go out and lose, even on a tandem, because they work together a lot more than we expect them. But it doesn't mean to say that they're going to win the war. They may win that battle. It's that old cliche. It's down to basically hearts and minds. If you witness civilians over, then you don't need to be attacking them directly. You need to think outside of the wooden box with what your plans are. and as I say, identify where it hits them, hit them hard. You know, focus on a company constantly, tire them out. Don't play their game. Don't go chasing after them. That's what they want. If you chase after them, you're just going to run into what they've set up for you, whatever that may be. It's going to take time. It will take people working together, but you will not win a 2v1, which
pants, or is
ultimately
it
what
part
the
of it?
conversation started with, whatever that may be.
I guess it's part of the pants.
Strength is in numbers, and at the minute, their strength is better than yours, because they're getting organised far quicker. Now, obviously, as far as the Navy concerned, obviously I'm not going to sit here and divulge operational duties that we're carrying out, patrol routes and such like that. Obviously, there is stuff we can do, and that we have the power to be able to do that. But that takes us time to actually get that in motion. And at the minute, you all have issues in your own port with black cells that you need to address and sort out. So that is where you need to look at what is happening. Is it the same port? That's what you need to focus on. It's many conversation, but it's one that you need to be directed and focused on to get to the answer quickly, so you can actually address what you need. Is it new ships? Do you need to start manning up Indiamans or even a galleon for what you want to do?
Not a privateer
I don't
galleon
know.
with
It's down to
3
your
different crews
crew,
on it. That'd be
crew
funny as
skills,
shit.
Your ability
Nobody
to
expect that.
gather intelligence.
Like, oh hey, that's a galleon. Oh, it's probably
feed
been
us that
approved.
intelligence.
Nope, it has a full
of course, which obviously we get a lot of,
and
not just from
boarding
you,
crew.
but also from civilians as well as our own patrols. We have more intelligence than you would even imagine. But that doesn't mean to say we have enough to actually identify exactly where we need to go. That's why we need you, and that's why we pay you good money to bring that to us. We need to try and start feeding some of that back in some way, then certainly it's something we can look at, but it's the speed of how we do that as well. It's all things we can look at. So
that
what's the
seems
Navy doing?
maybe the simplest
We're giving you
and
the
most
opportunity.
practical approach.
What?
Yeah. It seems the most practical and simplest approach is when we do give you information, if you're able to vet it in any way, give it back to us, to all the other companies, because rather than us trying to go to 4 different ports every weekend or every few days with different missives we have, you're the one who gets them all anyways. So if you're able to repost them somewhere inside a secure location where we can view it, I think that would solve quite a few issues.
The bounties they'll put out, also authorised through Admiralty, are based on information that's been gathered from many sources to ensure that those bounties are accurate and correct. The information that we get goes through and analysed multiple times, tied together against multiple other bits of sources of information, and even through our own
Yeah,
internal
no.
investigation.
So I was like,
of the operation
kidding
and
me?
such,
I have to
confirm
break
that it's correct. And
into.
that bounty will be given out.
Krieger said I could do
when
it, but
that
I had to
bounty is given out,
go
you know
and
that
find
is
and
your
read
green
the
light to act on that,
weekly from
with
NID.
conviction that it is accurate. So as I say, the more information we get, more names, times, dates, we can look at that. As I say, if you what you're asking us to do is actually give you intelligence back ways.
You know what's funny is I never got a
regards to
single report from any of them about
time
any of the
certain
other than
cells out,
Siren's Call
then you can
for the 48.
do that, but I would have to go back to
Siren's Call was the only one that
those in
dropped off
charge
reports.
of
Everyone
all
else
that
didn't.
information to see if that's actually feasible in a correct amount of time. But ultimately,
That
the
always
reports
struck me as
you
the
come
left of the
with us
table.
with, you all have access to those, and you are well within your rights to share those with each other. But sharing it with
if we
us
could- if we
ensures.
could
Shimmy, shimmy,
Hold
shimmy,
that thought,
shimmy,
and all of us
shimmy,
start
shimmy.
to walk, just wiggle around
Yeah.
quickly.
A half hour.
Shimmy, 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 shimmy.
Oh, Wade didn't move far enough. Not Wade.
Not necessarily even bounties, but just.
Oh, no, yeah,
the
there's people
pilot's
getting knocked
gonna
out.
be here for 48 hours this weekend. That would be something we would all.
I actually have an idea for that, Colt.
Yeah.
What if you had a mailroom in the Plu where we could leave, like, you know, every little privateer has its own section.
Oh,
and
why
if
not
we
do
find
that?
information, we can leave a letter there so that if when they come to see you, they can get the letter there. That way it's not on a random island of a disclosed location.
That's actually a really good idea. Is
Was
that
one to
something we
suggest
can
something along that line?
set up? What else might?
Yeah, I'm sure we can do that.
That way, like,
I
we don't
have an
to vet it
idea,
or
a couple
whatever.
different ideas that could work. We do have spaces, obviously, that you have access to. So
Yeah, if it's just a drop box, yeah,
If-
sure we can arrange something.
We could also do that here. So if when the majority of us are here, and the majority of us pass through here, this could also be something that perhaps could happen even within our own docks here at Scamper. Just to
Is
put
the
ourselves
closest one
forward,
to
we could
Red
make a
Dawn
little.
and, Navy.
We could put a little mailbox.
I could easily
for
set
dropping
that's area.
information. And we do have runners, we do have logistics, and I'm not sure about everyone else, but if it's urgent, we could send people out to pass it along. I don't know if Reese, if actually where is it? Everybody's still mixed around. Reese, if that would be something, I don't know if you heard me.
I did.
What do you think
it's
of
something that we
that?
can do. We can start getting a printing press going. I can make reports, gathering information for what you bring to me. I can compile it, see what's there, and then printing press, and then I can just pass it out to everyone. Easy.
You know, obviously you
But
could also just
honestly,
come
the more
here.
the merrier.
Yeah. Alright.
Yeah, I'd say something
Then-
about like keep it here, and then if it's something urgent, send a runner. Otherwise, leave
Right.
it here. We'll come get it either daily or
I can have
weekly or
those.
something.
But I would really urge every company to have somebody sort of like myself, where you are going out and gathering information. If you do not
Your
have
master
those
Vince.
people, and then
Of course you
we
would,
can have
Reese.
something. We can have some people, get together and really nail down these supply chains, because hitting them where it hurts is going to be, the key to all of this. So.
Right.
I have a few civilians on my island that I could probably ask, so it keeps it off of red cells to get information.
I also suggest like a weekly meetup between all of us to
Now
keep us
that
all on the
will
same
go a long
page.
ways.
Nice.
Let's have the captains meet up
Just
once a
saying,
week.
it might be easier
Captains
that way.
meeting, something we actually do in the Navy.
Done.
Make a,
Might be something
make
we
a
can
plan.
do.
Make a plan for like when we know a 48's coming or a trade fair's coming. We have obviously they're going to try to hit it or go around it. If we get any word from it, then we can maybe make a game plan or an action plan beforehand.
Aye.
No, there is a trade fair.
There's one this weekend.
Yes.
Dappers.
In
Where is it?
booze.
It's Dappers.
Grid's ooh, ironically enough.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like,
We'll have to keep an
My
eye
company will be
around
not
there.
participating in that, just so you know.
Oh,
Aye.
all right.
I think a proper plan for that, if it's in that grid, then we just park the red sail ships right in front of Uvu's port while the trade fair's going on, so they can't leave.
Yeah, that's pretty much what we're
Just
gonna
leave them,
do.
like, sorry, no exit.
We'll put
guarantee
signs on the
you-
side of the
Gold,
ship that says "Trade
fairway
Fair
to
closed to
get by.
pirates."
Yeah, I guarantee there's gonna be 2 or 3 companies in their port that weekend.
Can definitely park our therapist right outside their docks as well, you know?
All the pirates have commitment issues now. Everyone dances, nobody commits.
Crazy.
Oh, we've got a solution.
Wonderful.
Yeah, harpoons. Don't worry, we have a ship with 10 of them. We're pulling everybody.
Oh,
in.
God, wonderful.
See, we all do think alike.
You see how heavy they are, though? Jesus Christ.
No, it sounds like you need more than 10.
Right.
Can you put 11
Bottom
on
deck,
there?
top deck. It's all gonna
It's
be
all around.
harpoons.
So,
All
all right. So, see, this is a perfect situation. Bring that bad boy out. We bring out a 12, like a 22 cannon broadside. Let's go to work.
Yes.
Right.
Harpoon them at every inch of their ship while the other one just demolishes their ship.
You
Is it with
form
all-
will bang them.
What the?
Wait, what?
Wouldn't
Why do you
suggest
bang
banging
pirates
a
all the time?
pirate,
Nikolai,
but-
Really?
stop. He's already tried! Sorry, there was...
Hey, that's he's already tried.
You don't need a pirate
what's the
wife,
knife
Nikolai.
for it?
Come on. Do better.
Yeah.
What's the
that.
knife for it? I'm
Lost
over
the
it.
knife.
Okay.
Yes.
Right.
Never mind.
So the pirates have weird names, and everybody's horny on the sea.
Sorry about that.
I'm
Not at
telling you
all.
right now, it's
I'm-
changed for me. All right,
I'm
the
is a
rest of y'all
flat
are all
circle.
weird.
Well, no, they don't always
I
supply
think this
themselves.
is just as horny
Okay.
as they've always been.
Yeah.
Yes, there's always this horny.
The names are horrible choices, but yes, it's yes.
It's-
It's all
some
the
of them,
same.
I'll give it. Some of them are actually halfway decent names of crew, but fucking ooh, come on, what the fuck, man? I can't even say the fucking
It's
name.
fine. It's fine.
Guess
I
we
mean,
shouldn't
to
bring
be
up our,
fair, we
not
are
alliance
extremely
members now.
rowdy privateers.
Yeah, we are.
That is
extremely rowdy
true.
privateers.
Yes,
I
yes.
thought it was just
said it
me.
once. I said it once. I'll say it 1,000 times. Being a privateer is just a government-sanctioned pirate.
Yep.
Is all
It's a
it
pirate
is.
with a
It's
permit.
all it ever was.
With
All
the
it ever
permit,
will be.
man.
So right
No,
in front of
pirate
the
with a
name, you
paycheck.
just-
Okay,
you
so
just, so right in front
okay,
of the name,
before
you're all saying
we
we're pirates.
I mean, we've already
Before
said
we
this in
get
front of him.
to-
For them.
before we get too far on, I want to simply touch on everything we have agreed upon so far. Alright? And make note of this. Okay, so we're all agreed upon having resupply points that are unlocked and prepared in each of our ports for each of our red sail companies. Alright?
Aye.
All in agreement? Aye. Okay.
Aye.
We agreed upon for the information gathering. Aye.
Aye.
Okay. On the note of, because squirrel brains, I know we're all here for a while. On the note of resource resupply points, when we're coming in for that, does everyone have a set flare that we want to use, or what have you been using if people need to man your walls when we are coming in, if we are being chased into your port?
Well, currently, we've been using blue between Iron Crow and Red Dawn, as well as the Navy.
Right.
Who is our
He's probably the best.
Blue red
Blue
is lead
red,
assistance.
it would probably be the best.
That means
way
coming in
to-
hot.
Coming in hot.
Fucked.
Okay. Blue red?
So I would say that if you got someone right on your ass, then blue-red. But if it's just coming in for like a resupply and they're staying out, then just blue would be fine.
Yeah, that sounds like a wonderful idea. I like it.
Yeah,
blue
I
red.
had to carry a
Anyone?
green and a red. Now I got to carry a blue.
Yes.
I was saying the same thing.
You must now carry all the colors.
Okay.
It's
Anyone
like if you want to
against
blind your
or
enemies.
all in agreement?
Agreed. Agreed.
Agreed.
Okay.
Agreed.
Good. I think as we go on this, we need to speak about tandems and setting up. I know we have our alliances, even not alliances, people that we tandem with, but there are times when they're not, available, and we should be, if we are agreeing to this to work together, that we need to be splitting apart from maybe our normal tandem people when they're not available and working together. And that should be a topic of discussion.
I would love to address this. I've been itching for this. All right, hello. My name is Captain Jack Toombs of Red Dawn. Some of you know me, some of you might not. For tandems, specifically how we want to run them, or like how I would like to see it, is which captains like unarmored brigs? Do we have any captains that like unarmored specifically? All right, we got a couple. All right.
That's every captain in Scamper.
Every captain in Scamper, understood. And then, what about Siren's Call? What do you like?
Sloops.
Sloops.
Yes,
All
I'm
right.
very good with sloops. I've seen them
Sloops
very
and
good.
armored. Yeah, sloops and armored. All right. Can you normally field an armored? 15, give or take, right?
If I
Usually
yell
under
loud
15.
enough, probably.
All right. So I personally
seem
like
pretty
armored.
loud.
I like being
Yeah,
heavy. I
thank
like
you.
being loud.
You're
There's a
welcome.
few of us that like the same. I think we should have people that run together correctly, right? So we have unarmors running with fatties. We have fatties running with skinnies if we need to, whatever the numbers dictate. Yeah, that way we can kind of make sure we bounce off each other. That way, if one group's a brawler, we can put a brawler. We can push them into the brawler. We have, because what we've seen out here, sometimes we have two ranged ships with lots of damage. That's great, but neither one of them can take a hit. It's better together. Is that everybody good with that? So we got. How often do you get to run your heavy rig? Sorry. Did no one hear me?
But I'm not sure.
What'd you say?
Yeah, how often do you get to run the heavy rig? Can you man it with like 15 or so?
I'm gonna be honest with you, we haven't really tried that much. We've been trying to just chill. But we could probably do it twice.
Twice? Alright. So then maybe when you go twice, we have either Scamper or Ironcrow or us run light with you. You know, we can try to link up that time frame. Does that make sense? I mean,
But you guys, like, I have a question for your, like, out of curiosity. You're talking about running an armored brig, but you guys just said their ships are faster than your unarmored brigs. So, like, in reality, all the captains here understand speed is dominant, right? Why would we run an armored brig at all?
But I was just gonna say, I know they're heavy hitters. I know they can take it, but they can't keep up if it's a speed. Like, I've not seen one single pirate ship in the last few weeks that has been an armored ship. So
they're not.
I have a good case in point on
that's
this
true.
one.
We did sink it.
So when we had the 48 with the Navy was always in a big, fat armored brig. And we had a very lightly crewed, for lack of a better term, shotgun chain
shots, there you go.
Oh God! And so
it's not as bad as it sounds.
What you do with the lighter ship?
Tell me about
we
it.
hate using it too, but it is what it is. We
Coined this many years ago.
behind them with your quicker ship, the lighter crude company, whatever. You cut their sail. If you can't get their sails down, ram into the fuckers. If you spin them back into the fat brig, that's even better because they already don't know what the fuck to do.
I learned that.
I can't tell you how many times we just didn't even have to hit a fucking sail. We just hit them, spun them around right back into the Navy, and the Navy let them have it, and we lost armored, and we sunk like 4 ships over the weekend.
So I think the good point is that we want to try to balance each other, right?
Yeah.
That is what the point to get across, which I am not against. I don't anyone. Obviously, we're going to run what we feel most confident with, but I am not against personally. I don't know, Elmar, what you think about just trying to balance with each other.
Yeah, I just see the thing is it's tough. I feel with the tandems, if they both have light ships, which is what I've been seeing. Now, I'm not all over the world. I'm not all over the Atlas. So, I'm only speaking on my experiences. They're fast. They're super fast, and they're going to converge on the small ship. Hell, I saw it the other day with you fellas. They converged right on. They just completely disregarded me, and they went onto you guys. And there wasn't much I could do.
That's what you do in a tandem. Is
when
that one ship is
the on top of you
attack
guys,
point?
That was
So,
our fault.
I'm
We were
just-
slow and not set up as a brawler incorrectly. It was the incorrect situation for our ship, which is
You
why
pick a ship,
I'm
pack
bringing this
it.
up. Is like if we know you're going to be on the light ship, we'll bring in a heavier brawler with more resistance. Stuff like that. That way, you can bounce them into us, right? And then instead of us both being on speedy, damaged ships, now we're just going to sink.
And it doesn't even have to be a armored brig to be a brawler. The ship I brought here today,
Reg Briggs
the
were
Iron
brawlers.
Wing, she is
The only advantage
brawler,
is
and she's an unarmored
armoreds
brig
get higher crew.
and can take the hit, so I'm not worried about that. And she's pretty fast, so a fast brawler is a good ship.
Same goes for the Red Baron. She's fully loaded as a brawler brig, more so than anything else.
And that's kind of what I mean. Sir, I don't think I have a cultural name, Captain.
I'm Bane.
All right, Bane. Yeah, so that's my point in being is we want to fit in perfectly with you, not to have 2 working parts that don't spin well.
I understand that. I'm just saying, like, every report that I've heard is that they're really fast, so I don't see it. Like, we were sailing with Scamper the one night, and I was in an armored brig, and they were all over me the entire time. Because I was
they
way
picked
too
slow. Yeah.
And then they wouldn't commit, so that's why we created a ship called the Therapist.
No, they pick on the fat ones. That's what they do.
It's an unarmored. It's right. It's an unarmored brig, but and as much as you guys say your unarmored brigs are brawlers, your planks are still like way weaker. So you're still not gonna be able to fight as long as an armored.
A way weaker
plank.
plank versus a way weaker plank, you're pretty even. So
Aye.
my
I just think
brawler versus
speed.
their unarmored brawler, you know, I'm not worried. You know, I'm not
just
going in
assuming
there
speed's the
fat
thing,
and
right?
slow. I'm going
Ah,
faster.
you gotta love captains, right? We
But
all
I'm
have
just
our
assuming
ways.
speed. Speed is
Yeah,
speed
that's
is
why
well,
we're trying
trust
to work
me,
together.
Yes.
And I agree there.
like trust me, if anybody's here that's an armored brig captain, it's me. I am a brawler
too.
through and through, right?
No,
So this
yes,
whole dance
brawling.
around dance around thing's new to me. But speed's the killer in any kind of situation you're going in. If you can't get away or you can't catch up, you're dead in the water. You might as well not even be there.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
It's hard to be a brawler if you can't catch up to them.
Right.
I'll
And
tell
as
you
much
this
as as much as we could say we could spin them back in there, like maybe. If
No,
you
I
catch
can-
them.
I can-
We almost managed.
Oh,
we
that's
almost
exactly what
managed
we
to
did all
beach a
weekend.
galleon the other day there.
The galleons are
Okay.
easy though.
So this is from current experience at the 48. We got my two sinks were with the Duncan on his fat guy. I mean, they were running really heavy. I don't know how many people there were, but they were running heavy, and we were using a very light brig, and we were about 20 knots. What we would do, we'd spin them, and then once they got close to the Navy, we'd pinch in on them, and that, I mean, it was, let them eat. We didn't have to do anything.
Correct me if I'm wrong. You're Red Dawn, right?
Yes.
He is.
Red Dawn's the only privateer company here that has enough to fully man a brig at 20 plus people, right? And so is the Navy. So like by
they've
by
been
pulling
working
them-
with us.
Right, but my point is, if I'm on an armored brig with 11, it's not the same power as the Navy with 23 or 24 or whatever their number is when they're sailing. That's my point.
It's
right?
usually
So,
the
like,
18 range,
we
17.
talk about you pitting or pulling them into me as all you want, but I'm not going to hit as hard as the Navy will.
No.
Like,
Well, I
ever.
want you to pull them into me then. If you were running light, if you're running 9, we can run 15.
Yeah,
and then we, or
I'm just saying. Like, don't get me wrong. 100% agree with you that there's always synergy and we can come up with some sort of makeup with two ships and to counteract to benefit each other. I'm just saying, I think everybody should be running unarmored brigs and you should be working on speed, and that's probably the only way you're going to catch them.
No, agreed.
I just have a note in here that says discussion about
not
ships.
disagreeing
This
on
went on
that
for a
one.
while.
Always running though. They're not always running. They're trying to sink you. So if you're sailing into your big boat, there shouldn't be a problem. You know what I mean? You
just have a
work
note.
with your fellow
Discussion
pilots.
about ship. This went on for a while.
Of you.
Right.
Please.
They have that angle on you.
You work
if they
with
have
your fellow
larges,
captain.
I will never get there. I'll never reach that as a slow ship ever.
And but hold your thought.
Yeah,
I'm
but
just
if you
larges
have
are
a
so much
fast
fun, though.
ship,
musical chair.
So our 24s are angled at a 45 degree forward towards it. So if you're in my alpha, you're in my I'm shooting you as well.
I think we're
Commodore
getting
ship.
into
I was thinking that
technical
one with the
thought.
six aside, largest angled forwards.
The idea. More
I ain't no problem.
importantly, perhaps, is what times do you guys normally sail out?
Sorry,
That's
so
a job.
With
Sorry, can I
Red
just-
Dawn.
Sorry,
Go
can
ahead.
I just interject for a second?
Yeah.
I've
Go
also
ahead.
got a crew I need to get back to Proudshire, so obviously, yeah, carry on because discussions don't kind of come to an end because I'm going or whatever. But if you need anything from us, as say, getting writing, just drop it through to us, and we'll assist you the best we can.
What was that?
If is there any questions you have just now that anyone's maybe got?
That Walker gave you is very
If not, don't worry about it. Again, just come and see us at the PLU. We can answer your questions. If you have anything now, feel free.
Alright, sounds good. Thank you. We appreciate you
Perfect.
being
Thank you
here.
for attending.
No, well, thanks for the invite. So yeah, keep at it. You're on the right path. It's not going to be a quick fix, but you've done a very good job this deployment so far for us, and we have the coin to support you with the intelligence, and yeah, we can do joint patrols with you, war games, whatever it takes to get you up to speed and use us. Okay?
Yeah,
But, we'll show ourselves out. You carry on, okay? You have a good conversation.
Thank you,
Thank you, everybody.
Luck for
Everything
having
is
Thank you for
good.
letting us.
sails. Kick
Oh,
some
well.
butt.
Smoochies.
But
Smoochy.
yes, to answer your question
No,
about
thank you.
See you again, Pebble.
This is important because if it doesn't get to him, I'm in the big world of hurt.
I know. I will get it to him.
Thank you. Be well.
Well, thank you. I'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye,
Good
Pebble.
to see you again.
Good to see you as well.
See
What is my?
Bye, Jack. Feel better soon.
I think
Is it
we're
much
missing
an
one.
hour?
Yeah.
Who are we missing?
Oh my god.
Wade.
Yes.
Generally 9 till midnight.
Share that. Share that with Siren's Call. As well.
Of course, I will.
That's about the trade fair and the prediction requested.
He's
So.
unofficial business.
Oh wait.
Let me know.
Camper usually starts the same time, but we're usually on the
Kind of get the whole.
Yeah.
Well, the two
No,
reasons
yeah.
actually.
Yeah, we know what you want.
Ew, thank you. You're amazing.
Alright. So, who are you going to come back with?
Probably Red Dawn.
Okay, is that today or this evening?
Yes, yes.
A
It
couple of
should be
hours,
as,
so-
whenever they decide to come back.
Is that just because you want to continue on to listen what's being said, or is there other?
Partially.
Okay.
Waggles eyebrows.
Well, that's fine. We'll pass that along so someone at one of the secretaries.
Has
know
anyone
whatever.
else also been taking notes at the same time?
I took as much as I could. Yeah.
Okay, beautiful.
But I did fall asleep at one point.
I think the last 20 minutes were just them arguing about ships.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much.
it's more-
So I just didn't
more
write
the
anything
tactics,
down
so-
there.
so, yeah, that's fine. So, that's fine. As long as you get back, yeah, just report in when you are back, and we'll be fine here. There's enough. All the privateers are here, so enjoy yourself.
My keys are at the
and,
PLU right now, so
That's
it would
fine. You
probably
can get
go
in.
that fast.
So when you get back, then that's
Thanks,
fine.
y'all.
Okay. Right. Oh, we've been so long. There might be a Navy brigantine following us down.
Yeah, they're a little on
And
time.
also, you better be back before.
Back before midnight. That's crazy.
Storm Rider.
Where are we?
Where?
What's this one? I forgot what our ship looked like.
I missed the cerulean and Hodakawa colors.
Yeah, me too.
Where's Wade?
Right there.
I'm right here. I know my hair's not blue.
I know it's.
Yeah, it's hard
this
to
is
spot
so
Wade
weird because
I know.
during the 48 I was fine, and now
Is
suddenly
Dobby staying behind?
yes,
Yeah.
doing
Alright,
Dobby
so we're
things.
going with
and-
6.
Yeah, he
Ready?
is.
Ready to take off?
Is this all? Yeah, this all of us. Yeah.
Yeah. I
One,
feel like
Let's
he
go.
wants to spend some
3,
time
4,
with Miss Alice.
Yeah.
Well, if the admiral
I
comes
told
looking
him
for
he
him,
better be
Is
back
that
before
your
midnight.
motive?
I think it's business and pleasure. Probably
Well-
not pleasure by the sounds of it, but
the admiral wakes up and looking for him,
I don't think there's.
he'll have some problems.
I don't think there's much note taking left to be had there, but you never know.
no, that's
You
we
never
got past
know.
that point about half an hour
Oh,
ago. It's
yeah.
I
like,
think Dobby's got other notes to take.
so you get 3 black sails.
Yeah, I was just taking a look
And,
what was out here.
Oh yeah.
Dry dock.
Yeah.
That.
Sorry, it took a bit longer than expected. I was
I
actually
lost
surprised
track
with
of
how easy the first bit was. There's no issues there at all.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that was great.
They didn't push back at all, so they seem okay with everything. So.
the second half went okay, and then it kind of died off towards the end. It's like
I
I don't want to be rude and kind of butt in and say I'm leaving, but I was trying to find a natural pause.
Yeah.
It took a bit longer than.
Honestly, for the
but-
number of people that were there, oh headache. It went really well. Like I was expecting it to be way more chaotic.
I thought it was going to kick off at the beginning. I'm
Yeah.
not sure the
Yeah,
gentleman's
they
name
seemed
was,
like there
but
was like a
it's,
little bit of tension.
Yeah,
And,
definitely.
yeah, and some of that is rumor
Like, why
mills.
do you need your help?
Yeah.
God damn it! I was sat there thinking trade fair, try and get one of them to commit. It completely went to my head.
I think
I was
Wade
thinking
was
about
working on
leaving
that.
instead.
And then Wade handed out that I believe at the end there that the Dappers are doing this, and Scamper Bay I think it says they're the only ones that are actively sitting out it for their reasons. So the
Yeah,
other 3 I think are going to be involved.
Yeah, that's what I threw that to
to
Frost. So from Iron Crows.
It'd be good just to get a company to confirm that yes, as a focal point before
I-
everyone else is just going to sit in
it's-
the grid. Then that's whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems Iron Crow and Red Dawn are fully for it. I don't know about Siren's Call.
Yeah.
Because we're liaising with that, so we need to give them the money on behalf of Dapper.
Was the fella that kept speaking up, who was a little opinionated, who was kind of like, oh well, seems like you guys just can't
No, the other one.
defend yourselves now.
No,
Was
don't
he
recognize him.
in Sirens?
Siren's Call?
Okay.
I'm not sure. Is he? I'm not sure.
Oh.
I've
I don't
not
know.
spoken Before.
I'd say him. I can remember at
couldn't
a certain
tell.
point with voices, but
Very familiar to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure who he was. He certainly had a.
I think that was part of that.
On
That
there.
there's been
He
some
definitely
rumor
was
milling.
apprehensive the most.
It was
Yeah.
very accusatory.
Yeah. You guys gonna have someone like that in a group. I was just trying to figure out which group you might have been in.
Well, that's part of the problems that Jim Bob had caused.
Yeah.
They all need to toe the same line, even have different opinions. Once
Mhm.
one starts pulling the other way from the rest of them, it starts to cause problems. So.
Yeah.
You know, if Scamper and Siren's Called, if they made an alliance, the two of them could man a full brig.
Well, that's the idea. Is
Once
that
they do
hopefully
that,
they'll talk and help each other here.
Hopefully they can learn to work together and it not be too many captains, not enough seamen,
Well, from what I can tell, some of them have worked out where they have captains of their ships, and then if they're not on that ship, they're just part of the crew.
Okay.
It's quite funny. I was laughing in my head when the gentleman next to me said, "What's the Navy doing?" I said, "What are you expecting me to tell you all our opposite?"
Yeah, that made me chuckle. I was like, ooh, I'm
very
letting the
limited what
Commodore
are we
answer
doing?
that one. You just look up from the table while you're shoving popcorn in your mouth, huh?
Well, Monday
I'm
we're
just
going
here
here,
having
we're
some
doing
popcorn.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you gave absolutely amazing answers too to the questions.
Yeah, it was a really good response.
Hell, it's all bluff and waffle.
Yeah.
I'm sure they see through that.
Well, you
Can't tell
give
them
really good
anything.
waffles.
Yeah, it's ready with chocolate sauce. Amazing.
Ooh. I like my waffles.
Warm
If you guys know where they're at,
cold is a question.
why don't
though.
you siege their port or something?
Well, that's what they're talking about doing, is just parking in front of
Yeah.
Hulu's port with a couple ships.
Setting it all on fire.
Barrel bomb the shit out of it.
Well, there's two problems with that.
They'll get hammered.
Well, first of all, we don't have barrels, and you can't really.
Why don't we have barrels?
Last I had heard, they cause an instant nap.
What?
Yeah. So they're working on it.
Detonators.
Yeah, something with the detonators are not working properly, and they do. So that's why London's working on
God
them.
damn it. I've been saving all those fucking detonators and pure nitroglycerin for nothing.
Yep.
Yeah, we want demolition. We need demolition shot. That's all we need to carry on our ships. That's it.
Navy sappers.
You ever heard of the demo barrel?
Can we just?
Oh.
I just want a sloop with demo shot.
Ooh.
I want a raft with demo shot.
Hey, there you go. A dinghy.
Yeah, I've heard. I've heard about the use of the demo barrel. I think it was used exactly once, and decided that it was too much of a crime.
Yeah, because it destroyed half a village.
Yeah, it was a lot.
What kind of thing is that? I want to see that happen.
So you know how big trade is? There wouldn't be any trade.
Uh-huh.
Do you like
Weapons of
mushrooms?
mass destruction.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What
See a
the
big cloud.
heck?
Yeah, it was.
I remember
it-
that.
Love explosions.
I
Like said,
remember that. That
it
was beautiful.
It was used once.
Has
Well, no,
anybody
it was
ever
used-
tried?
It was accidentally used on a ship with another shot.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I don't condone this idea, but it also kind of sounds amazing. But I don't condone it because I really want to hug one. But has anybody ever tried to throw one in the mouth of a whale and watch it explode?
Oh my god.
I actually have seen that, surprisingly.
What?
A demo or barrel.
Yeah, it was kind of insane.
Yeah.
The barrel.
Regular barrel, yeah.
So when that demo shot hit the
Demo
the
shot,
pirate
yeah.
brig,
That
the
is funny.
entire top deck, the entire deck blew up.
Yeah, no,
In a one
I
shot.
wait.
Oh my
I'm talking
God.
about a demo barrel, not a demo shot.
Oh.
This was
Yeah.
a barrel. This thing
I've
was
never seen the
demo shot's fun though.
It's like 10.
Yeah.
It's like 10 of those in
Better
one.
shimmer.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Demo
Shimmer,
shot has
shimmer.
been used. Yeah, it's a siege weapon essentially.
Oh my god.
Punch your
That
cheeks.
sounds amazing.
Shimmer.
So if you end up in a siege, you might get to you.
I'm sailing with Captain Pip.
What?
Said, are we sailing with Captain Pip?
I know. Every time I hear that
It
sound, that's
sounded
what I
like
think.
someone fucking crop dust in the shimmer.
Anything in visual range.
Well, that was a fun trip.
Yeah, and then to reiterate what the Commodore said at the start, do not speak of most of what you heard this evening.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I didn't hear anything.
I gotta like take all my
So-
crazy
Where am
notes
I?
and compile them somehow because they're sporadic and random.
Oh yeah, no, mine are a mess at best, but kind of put them
I've
together.
forgotten everything already.
I'll admit, most of it's gone. This is why notes are important.
Absolutely. But honestly, they
I
didn't
just-
really talk about much. There's only like 3
Too
items.
much, yeah.
There was some stuff in there that I've definitely not had come across my desk. So
Well, other than like the pirate organization.
Federation.
and it's
But
we knew there was something going on between
Yeah.
Uwu and Fordham, but not everyone.
Well, they also mentioned that Fordham, anytime they've interacted with Fordham, Fordham always has a tendency when they're like going quote unquote home,
Yeah.
that they always go to the Uwu port.
Yeah.
Well,
We
that's
we've
something
chased them there. We chased them during the 48.
Oh.
So
Oh.
But yeah, we chased them there, and then we went home. Well, D3 restocked, and we sent 2 brigs out to actually go visit their home port. That's actually when we met the other 2 pirate companies and sank one of them.
Yeah. Oh.
We chased them into C3, I think. Where we sank them.
It's kind of a bit of a blur. I'm not gonna lie. Whole thing.
Yeah, that was great. They had the war bells going and everything.
I kind of like how I write some of these. I'm entertaining myself with my notes right now.
Not gonna lie, mine are probably just gonna go from my mental notes right into a book. Cause
Yeah.
So if you
This-
get to work in operations more, then all we
Yeah.
hear is giggling coming out of the building.
oh, you would have loved
knowing Poppy, absolutely.
you would have loved some of the reports I got last deployment from Dibs in regards to their voyage reports. Dibs would write a normal report first, which would always be like on point, perfect, right?
Oh yeah, that's
And
what
then
they were
you-
telling me.
And then after that, you'd have Dibs notes, which were, it's like you suddenly put a filter over the world and saw it a completely different way.
I miss Dibs. It's a
I do
little bit.
too.
Hi, Wade. you couldn't miss her. Yeah, she was.
We did have to do it with the.
Did she end up getting that helmet unstuck, or did she get to wear that through the whole deployment?
He was there the whole
Yeah.
deployment.
It's permanently fixed.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really funny for reasons I can't explain.
Don't have to do. You used to have to do Dibs checks when you leave a port that Dibs was in. Dibs would just hide somewhere in the ship.
Yeah, that's my fault.
But now and then we got got dibs into the name. Didn't have to do that anymore.
Yeah, I may have given her a tarot card reading one time, and she asked me if she should try hiding away on ships, and the card said yes, and so she kept doing it ever since.
Getting too warm right now.
It is a wee bit toasty.
Not too warm, but
All right.
There are
Brace
some.
for
Oh
Sharon.
yeah.
I'll just go north a little bit.
Should just kept going.
Yeah, you don't know if the wind will be favorable or not. Like,
Oh, maybe I can make it. Maybe.
see this grid. This grid's usually on fire.
Oh, this one's a bit more toasty, but they've got good wind though.
Give it a
my
second.
head. Ooh. That was rough.
Yeah, this grid is notorious
So-
for being on fire.
So if pirates get out of hand, there's nothing we can do as far as land siege.
That's different. So the discussion's all there where,
War for that.
yeah, discussion's all there where privateer related. Their restrictions are different than ours. And
Hey,
as
who
a-
wants a little rally experience training? No firing the cannons, just a little training. We have 4 cannons. If you guys want to hop aboard one, I'll pop it and then see if we can be successful.
Yes.
Commodore, you want to try it? You've never
No,
tried
no.
it.
No,
Never got to try it.
Others.
Alright, I've forgotten mine. He's talking about speed loading the cannons. Training on that.
Oh. Okay.
Oh.
Yep. Don't actually fire.
Sorry.
All right, we got 4 on cannons. Everybody's reloaded.
Yep.
All right, double shot in 3, 2, 1. I get it.
No, nothing so far.
Nothing. Maybe it doesn't work on these? Maybe it only works on certain cannons?
No.
Well, that's weird.
so weird.
I used it.
Yeah, I did not.
Is it podium
No.
only, maybe? Or?
No, it's from the helm as well. Same function.
Yeah, it should be from the helm as well.
I definitely.
I don't know that I've ever been on wait, what kind of cannons are these?
These are
Oh,
just
these are 12 pounders.
These are just 12 mediums. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've had it happen on the long 9s before. Definitely
Weird.
odd.
Maybe I'm broken.
Huh.
Yeah.
Maybe you're broken.
There we go. You're not broken. I'm broken.
Hit him with
I
a
just
hammer.
sprinkled
quick, fix
glitter
him.
on everybody. Glitter bombs.
Hey.
You still broken? If
I
so,
don't
hit
think
him
it's
hard.
working.
Look, no pinpoint beating around the bush, you know. You used to look at it, fix it, and make it work again.
Yeah. Give me about 3 minutes and 40 seconds, and we could try again.
Oh, I guess I did have the points for it. Oh, that's never something I
It's
cared
good you
about.
have a plan in life. Well done. Know your next steps.
Well, I do have all the captain's books.
All 3 minutes.
I took the training except for that last one, only because I've sailed enough with Flemington to know that that man cannot stay on a wheel sometimes.
Well, Flemington?
Yes, he's a bit. My experience is he's a bit notorious for wanting to shoot small arms at enemy ships while he's sailing, and it happens at impromptu. What's the word I'm looking for? Sometimes the worst moments. Yes.
Inopportune.
Yeah, inopportune times. As i.e., the ship has holes in it.
Yeah, that checks.
So, I have a preference for grabbing those skills just for that.
Yeah, I have it for all of the turn ability, for the sink rate, and the sail control.
Yeah. I have those. I just don't have the last one. The call out to the crew.
Well, that, and I do want to go the CO route. So.
Yeah, which is why you're not on our billet.
Correct.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I probably would be, but.
Oh, one cannon broadside.
It's actually quite scary.
I would only lose Storm Rider. Yeah, sadly, chain shot doesn't do much to them.
Yeah.
What about rifle?
I've heard tales of people using picks on them, but
brace for shimmer.
Yeah, I heard hatchet.
Brace for Jima.
Clench.
This is running a little bit. Not much though. It is going down every time.
Yep, it's raining. Welcome home.
And the
Wind's
wind's the
blowing.
wrong way as well.
Yep. Wind always blows from Towshire.
Well, it's a shame you guys didn't have room for like an ensign. Is Lieutenant Hightower ever gonna go for captain, or is he competent in staying lieutenant?
I don't know what he's planning to do, but I believe he's a lieutenant under Hap House. Assigned to the police.
Who's this?
Lieutenant Hightower.
Oh.
So his actual
Lieutenant Hightower said something about not wanting to do war games out of combat. I don't know what that's about. I thought all of lieutenants.
Yeah. Helson's
Sure.
been in this for so long that done everything.
War
There's
games
nothing.
are semi-optional, I suppose.
Well, from what I know of Hightower, he's very well experienced. Even somewhat probably close to yourself, Commodore.
Oh no, he's certainly. Certainly done his nautical miles. So.
He may have
Sailor
felt it.
Weathers,
Yes,
what's your rank?
master's mate.
Master's mate.
Yep. So I have the cerulean jacket with the single stripe. Can't really tell in the rain, but you can see the front is a bit different than a normal sailor's jacket.
Yeah, that's why I was puzzled.
Gold.
But yeah, that
Yeah,
makes
the gold,
sense.
the gold trim.
He's got the
Coloring.
silver buttons instead of the gold buttons.
Weathers, my experience? I don't know if you've heard.
I'm vaguely aware of it previously, but it's vague enough that I don't remember.
Master Fisherman.
Yeah, as you, Master Fisherman, Daddy
Seamstress.
Fisherman. No, I actually, in these seas, I've been every single sail color. As most of you here know, actually, probably all of you.
Oh, shoot.
And
I mean, that's what Logerson was a privateer governor and captain. Myself, though, I've always sailed with the Navy. So
I was privateer governor twice. I was a pirate governor once.
What's Stubby's last name? I'm forgetting all of a sudden.
Webster?
Who?
Webster.
Webster, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, everybody hop on a cannon. Let's try it again.
All right.
Okay. You wanna try it? Go for it.
Oh my god, these waves are just turning us.
Yep.
No, no.
Where the
no,
schooners
I'm
suffer the
going-
most.
I'm going to port.
Yep, this is the one downside of schooners. They do not handle well in storms.
The wave just turns it. All right. 3, 2, 1.
Nada.
Nope. Nothing happened.
Damn. Damn.
Nada.
I hope you're not missing.
Like,
I don't know
I
if you're
see a
missing a
blue
book or
symbol.
not. Yeah.
Oh my god, it's always terrifying when I'm running upstairs and I have a headache, and then it's just like, oh, I hope I don't find myself waking up in the water.
Yeah.
Okay, waves. Okay, come on. Weathers, I have 10 sinks under my belt as a helmsman. And
Oh,
I've
the
only
washing
been
up.
sunk 3 times.
I've legitimately lost track of how many times I've sank or sunk a ship as a crew. It's a lot.
No, that's me as a helmsman.
I
That's
get
me
you as a
captain.
helmsman. I've never helmed.
Oh, okay.
So all my time is on a
I
ship.
can't even tell you that number either.
It's obscenely high.
Yep, we're definitely home. I can tell by the choppy.
It's the world's strongest wind straight into your face. My god.
Yep. But around full sail, we're going to launch into the dock at Mach.
Might as well grapple and pull ourselves in.
Ah, if only.
Okay.
I wish
One of
that
the
was-
wardens still awake.
Decent odds, especially if the prisoner's still awake. Assuming that's the trade ship parked over there.
The HMS sailboat.
S-A-L-E.
Ah.
Play on words. No.
They called it a boat. I kind of hate it.
I actually got to take it for its maiden voyage the other day. I think I'm the only one that sailed it so far.
Unlucky.
Yeah.
Have you taken your ship out at all, Commodore?
Unlucky with.
No. it's gathering dust at the minute.
Commodore, what do you think if I redid your ship to be more of an interceptor with smaller crews so that way we can actually take it out?
Well,
I
how
am an
fast
actual.
can an armored brig? How fast can an armored brig go, realistically?
15
I mean,
knots?
you could probably get it to 14, 15 knots, depending on the loadout.
Do we need a tippy tappy?
It should be fine, other than just need to check the point.
Have a think
All you
about
gotta
it, see
do-
what you think.
Just
Run
make sure they're not
3
too low.
cannons, top deck broadside, and then basically build it as a
Yeah,
heavy
these
armor
aren't bad.
rig to rip sails. You know what I mean?
If I do it more as a defensive brig.
Yeah. What's assaulting on it?
To be honest, it needs That was salted
one
right at the
plank
beginning
here
of
that's
deployment
not
when it
great.
was not clear what was benefits. So to be honest, it probably needs a new.
I don't know if we've gotten the new shipyards yet. I imagine so.
No, but even resalting it would make a difference.
Haven't
even with the current shipyards. So have a look. But I think it'd be fine, to be honest.
Because I am junior ship right now for Master Claire, so I wouldn't mind if you wanted to, give me the opportunity to play around with it. Make it kind of like what our better ships that we have designed right now are doing. I can kind of mock something like that. Have a
If
little
you
fun.
don't do it, you have to make it go faster, with less cannon, but usable conflict. But okay. Thanks very much, everybody. Apologies that it took a lot longer than expected. It's a lot later than I expected and wanted it to be, but here we are. Hopefully enjoyed it though. Bit
Yeah, it was fun.
experience, and
Something different.
if you want to kind of partake again, that's fine. Know who to look out for. We do like to have like a good selection of trusted individuals, so if we know you're kind of interested to go again, keep our eyes and ears open for you to join in.
Sure.
Yeah.
Always good to have a doctor aboard.
Any questions? Absolutely.
I'm working on my own write-up of the events. Do I need to like title it any specific way, like label the book in any specific way?
Don't know, Weathers, are you wanting to do anything with that?
I mean,
or-
another point of view is always something I could have missed. Always good to have
What are
more.
you calling yours? What would you call
I'm
yours?
probably just Scamper Bay privateer meeting.
Privateer, yeah. Privateer.
Okay.
So, and then
I can wiggle something out of that.
one of the things I was
Honestly. Go ahead, sorry.
I was just gonna say, when you're writing the port, leave the cover and the first page blank. Just start on page.
Oh right, yeah. Thank you. I forgot about that. Yep.
She could always give it to you, and then you could collaborate it into your report in case you miss something.
I could just reference the two.
No,
They
you
can
can just have a
just
reference
read
to.
all of the different
Yeah, they
little-
can read because I'm not gonna lie. Multiple point of views can be helpful. Like I might have skipped over something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Can you probably cut something I missed?
appreciate doing that.
No problem.
So
Thank you
we'll
guys.
get that to NID and Ops and go and
NID
see if
Ops
there's
and Blue?
prisons.
Yep.
Yes.
That's why- that's why I-
If you give it to us,
give it to us first.
we'll
We'll
give it to
send-
everyone else. Yeah, it goes
Okay.
out.
I'm still working on it.
And don't forget
That's
anything you
fine.
left in the.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Keys and such. We'll go
Yeah, I
and
need
see
to-
if there's prisoners. Horses, yeah.
Thankfully, our horses are
we'll see
safe
if
here.
there's prisoners.
Nothing can actually attack here. Nowhere.
But someone's stolen it.
Yeah, if you don't get into ops, we do have a junior clerk spot open.
Yeah. That is true.
Good to know. What was it mean?
I was being kind and
Oh,
letting
that's cool.
everybody go and waiting to close the door behind
Aw.
everybody.
That's what they all say. That's just rude.
I found Clive. I think that's Dobby's horse.
Oh shit.
Cadet.
What did he do?
We dueled and Commodore's like, remember who's in charge of you? And I'm like, shit.
So about that series
Alright.
positions after. Right, thank you.
Oh.
See you
Thank you,
soon.
Commodore.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you
Oh,
all.
he's asleep still.
What you up to?
we still going to see the secretary?
Well, I let the warden handle that.
Okay, I need to grab something from my room real quick. We're gonna go as a group, right?
I would go find him, but it's extremely late. For
Yeah,
me.
that's.
Are you? Are you?
I'll be up for
You're
a little bit
any longer
longer, just to get the reports done.
Or get if Wade is just try and track down Secretary Kalani and or the warden, just to let them know that everything is a-okay and just need to get the final letter to London from gentleman
All right.
inside there.
Well, I'm pretty sure Secretary Kalani's asleep, but I can definitely check with the warden.
Yeah, if not, we'll do it tomorrow. But I'm sure the warden will have it in hand anyway.
Aye.
Or we'll get notified another way with that. But no, appreciate that. So long, such a long day. I need to go to sleep. I got
All right.
4 hours before nightmares. So
Oh no.
I'll be around
night.
tomorrow though.
Go to sleep.
Catch up. Right, thank you.
He's up too late. I forgot I got a couple things I gotta do. Actually, before I can even do reports, I need to get
Down to London to decide on that. So
I'll see if he's still awake. So
To the gallows.
Those are yours,
okay.
Wade.
Right. Thank you much, everybody. I'm gonna go to sleep because I'm exhausted.
Commodore, good
Right.
night.
Good night.
thank you. Good night. Do you need your redacted ops?
Who?
The day 2 you're
Weathers.
talking about?
No. I'm talking
Oh.
about the redacted one, the OPSEC.
I've definitely not done it, or probably even heard about it.
Well, Commodore said we can go talk to the secretaries and maybe they'll consider this.
All right. Yeah, we
Maybe.
do need to go have that conversation with them. Hopefully, somebody should be. I know Kalani won't be 50-50 if Ferguson will be awake. Might get a vice admiral, not high odds, but somebody should be up there.
I do. If you guys don't mind, I need a quick moment. Sea dog, real quick. Yep.
Oh, the like redacted portion. Because there is like ops, but then there's also NID. I'm not really sure where the line is drawn though.
You know the term, one Navy.
One Navy.
All right. I'm going to punt you because the rest of the stuff gets to be private conversations, and I do apologize. Thank you for hanging with me this evening. The Sea Dog thing, I'm going to. Oh, wait. Having fun. Comfortable. The rest of my conversation, paperwork and stuff that can. Island's going to crash as well. Ooh, Krieger playing squad. Ooh, go watch Krieger. He's got his new computer. Oh, I'm jealous. I should have. I'll be honest. If I didn't have stuff to do here, I would have joined him instead. Go visit him and help him enjoy his new computer. You don't have to stick around. We completed everything we needed to do. I know you're working on some of the writing.
Yeah, I'm writing on my report right now. That's why I'm quiet.
Yep.
I'm waiting on.
I'm waiting on Wade.
Yeah, I need to have a quick word with him